Peace, peace, peace. Shout out to everybody in the building. Peace, peace, peace. We're going to give everybody like 30 more seconds to come in the building, and then we're going to get started. Shout out to everybody in the building. I did start early. Well, earlier than I have been over the week, but whatever. Shout out to everybody in the building. That's enough. Shout out to everybody in the building. We can get started now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Bella, I think that's your name, Bella. No, that's just the background thing I play. Excuse me. Shout out to the visionary in the building. You already know, red, black, and green, BYB. You already know. Shout out to RS7RV in the building, especially with the fire emojis. Thank you. Member of the channel. Shout out to Kenny Johnson, Brooklyn all day. You already know, Brooklyn all day. Thank you for the fire emojis. Shout out to Black Adam in the building. Peace to you, peace to the chat. Family, before we get started, I'm going to ask everybody, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Much appreciated for all support in whatever form it comes in. PayPal, Cash App, super thanks, super sticker, Venmo, gifts, joining the channel, everything. It's all good. Chatting is a form of support. Hyping the video, sharing the video, liking the video, hitting that reaction heart. That's also a form of support. And I ask you for the support. Or just watching the stream. That's a form of support too. And again, you can let me know if you want me to shout you out. If you do donate on the PayPal, the Cash App, or the super thanks, just let me know and I'll shout you out. Shout out to the visionary for setting it off with a gift. He just sent 2 jewels. Much appreciated. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. Thank you. I think you sent like 2 more jewels. I don't know how the jewel thing worked, but thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. But we about to get started right now, family. We about to get started right now. I'm gonna start off today with something, something light, something light, something light. For all you who don't know, LeBron is now a free agent because he don't want to be down with the Lakers anymore. The thing I got to say about this is that LeBron, you gotta come to the Brooklyn Nets. You have to come to the Brooklyn Nets. You have to. Because think about it, family. He left the Lakers because they wouldn't give him a max contract. Mind you, we just watched the Knicks win the finals, and the only reason they won that finals is because their star player, Jalen Bronson, would not take a max contract to leave room so they could get other key players. So if LeBron is saying, give me a max, I don't care about salary cap, I don't care about getting other players, give me the max. That means he only cares about money. And if you only care about money, there's only one place you can go. One place that's going to max you out, get you the most amount of money. That's to the Brooklyn Nets. Because as we just saw, New York knows how to turn up. New York knows how to really get the bag. Like the NBA made more money off this Knicks run than probably any team in like the last 10 years. The only way you're going to match that energy and get that money, type of money, like with jersey sales and publicity and all that, LeBron, is to play in New York. The Knicks ain't going to take you. The only place to go is the Brooklyn Nets. Because that type of intensity, because I remember, I'm old enough to remember when the Yankees and the Mets had to play each other in the World Series. Even though I know the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks can't play each other in the finals because they're in the same conference. But I remember that Subway Series energy. I remember that. That set the city on fire. LeBron, if you come to Brooklyn, you in Brooklyn versus the defending champions, New York Knicks, that's going to send the city up, beyond up. Your sales going to go up, your publicity going to go up, everything going to go up. Like that, like if you was to meet the Knicks in the playoffs, or better yet, the Eastern Conference Championship, you versus the Knicks, that will be the most intense series of your life. And you will make more money off that series than you will make anywhere else. With just publicity, the new amount of ad revenue, you might run up a $500 million. You might make another $1 billion. Like between the max contract, all the endorsements you're going to get, all the jersey sales, all that publicity, everything, this might just revamp your whole career. Because again, you only caring about the bag. And we know you're going to make the playoffs too. If you join the Eastern Conference right now, you're making the playoffs. You're making the playoffs. That's all you got to do, LeBron. If you take your talents to Brooklyn, it's a wrap. See what when KD went to Brooklyn, what it did for his career. You go to Brooklyn, I'm telling you, right now, with this energy from the city right now, it's gonna be like you just started your NBA career. It's gonna give you a whole new lease on life, on your NBA life. Look, like, think about it. Because again, Brooklyn can give you the max contract. Nah, making moves, Major. Brooklyn is not where careers go to die. Like, who career died in Brooklyn? Nobody's. Nobody career died in Brooklyn. He take his body to Brooklyn. Again, Brooklyn Nets versus New York Knicks. Subway Series. Because you can take the train right to Barclays. Atlantic and Barclays, get off the train, boop, you right there. And a bunch of trains from all over the city go stop there. And the same thing with Madison Square Garden. Same thing with Madison Square Garden. Their careers was already over though. Like, it wasn't like it was like y'all making it seem like they went there talking about we about to get another chip. They didn't go there to do that. The only people who went there to get another chip was KD It was going to be KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. And the Rona messed that up because Kyrie Irving wouldn't play. That messed the whole team up. And if it wasn't for KD with that foot on the line, hitting that three, they probably would have went to the finals that year and they would have won, not the Milwaukee Bucks. Think about that. KD by himself, that little foot on the line. Without that foot on the line, they win that series. They win that series, they go to the finals, they beat the Phoenix Suns. They beat them. Everybody you naming was already washed. And again, not KD and not Harden. They had a real shot. But injuries and Kyrie Irving not doing what Kyrie Irving always do. Yeah, he scored 0 points, but you got to think about it like this. He maxed himself out just to get them to that point. Like, he gave everything. He had nothing left from after hitting that crazy-ass three. He had nothing left. He had nothing left. He gave everything. It's like LeBron. It's that game 1 against Golden State, where LeBron basically gave one of the best finals performances in NBA history. And then you got J.R. Smith you got the Bozo missing 2 free throws and J.R. Smith running the other way, taking the game to overtime. LeBron had nothing left. He gave it everything. Exactly. KD was doing his thing in Brooklyn. He wasn't looking bad. It wasn't no graveyard. It's just that the team that they built around him fell apart. Just like LeBron. LeBron would have how many more rings if Kyrie Irving didn't do what Kyrie Irving always do? How many times would the Cavaliers have beat the Golden State Warriors? They probably would have beat them 4 straight times. At least 3 out of 4. At least 3 out of 4. You said it's already decided that LeBron's going to the Warriors? Let me look that up real quick. I know Tony Bands. That's what I'm saying. Kyrie Irving wasn't there. He wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. Like, they would have beat the Bucks and they would have won. They would have won a chip. But let me go look more into that, because I'm saying, like, are you saying he's going to the Warriors, or y'all think he should go to the Warriors? I'm about to go look that up right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Nah, he ain't signed to the Warriors yet. But that'll probably be one of the worst things LeBron could do in his career, is to go to the Warriors. Yeah, I just looked it up. He's not at the Warriors yet. They just said the Warriors is the front runner. That would be one of the worst things LeBron could do in his career, is go to the Warriors. Like, if he go to the Warriors, no matter what happened after that, everybody gonna be like, he can never be compared to Jordan, and Kobe is above him. He can never be compared to Jordan, and Kobe is above him. That's how people gonna be carrying it from now on. You said most likely? Yeah. I hope not. I hope he do a surprise and go to Brooklyn. LeBron got to go to Brooklyn, because it's about the money. It's about the money. Because again, if you wouldn't not take a max contract to stay in LA, and on top of that, so you could bring in more talent, because think about it, that LA team with LeBron is a great team. And if he take a pay cut, they could bring in better players, some more shooters, another big man to run pick and rolls. That team could probably go win the championship. Who's stopping that team? LeBron ain't going to no Toronto. I don't want him to go to the Heat. Even though I wouldn't say him going to the Heat wouldn't be that bad. Like, him going to the Heat and winning another chip with Giannis, that'll be fire. But otherwise than that, nah. I think Brooklyn is better. I think LeBron gonna play more than 2 more seasons because I think he want to play with his other son. You know, his other son is going to the NBA, so he gonna stay around long enough just to make sure he get drafted and play with that son too. He might go back to Cleveland. I could see him going. I only can see if he go back to Cleveland. That means he definitely gonna retire. I see him retiring with Cleveland. I see him retiring with yeah. But he ain't gonna want to go to Toronto though. Toronto, first of all, Toronto ain't gonna want him because they too behind Drake. It's like nah. Drake basically like the boss of that team. Second, he not gonna get the crazy bag. Think about it. He's not gonna make a bigger bag playing in Toronto than he would make in Brooklyn or Miami. Yeah. He not getting a bigger bag. He is not getting a bigger bag. Yeah, nobody really want to give him a max contract. I said like the only place, because again, since it's all about money, take your talents to Brooklyn. Since it's all about money, take your talents to Brooklyn. That's where you're going to get the most amount of money. You playing in New York, you're going to get the most amount of media exposure. You can play off the fact that the Knicks already won the championship. So y'all could do a battle for who's going to be New York's team. Like yeah. Who's going to be the team of the tri-state? That's where it's at. That's where it's at. You say I got Kyrie. I mean, I got Kawhi. Yeah, I like Kawhi back at at Toronto. I like that. You said LA all day. Well, he definitely leaving LA unless he gonna go to the Clippers. Maybe the Clippers could give him a max contract. Who knows? But yeah, but most likely he might want to go to Golden State because again he could try to get another ring, and on top of that, he could stay in California with his family. He don't got to uproot his whole family. So yeah, the Warriors do make a lot of sense. Even though again, a lot of people ain't gonna like that. They're gonna judge LeBron harshly for that. But yeah, I think we let's see. That might be the reason LeBron don't go. That might be the reason LeBron don't go. Because he can't deal with the media pressure. I think that's the reason that kept him out of New York this whole time, if you want to be real. Because as far as I was concerned, he should have never even went to the Lakers. He should have went to whatever it's called. He should have went to the Knicks or Brooklyn. He should have went there. I don't know. First of all, I don't even really like the GOAT conversation. I don't really have a GOAT, but I could probably make an argument for LeBron being the GOAT, but it will definitely be weaker if he do go to Golden State. I'm not gonna hold you. Because it's just piss poor run teams. That's why. That's why New York never won. Piss poor run teams. Oh, we got somebody who donated. Shout out to Romario for setting it off tonight with the 10. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. You know I'm definitely going to touch that story. I'm definitely going to touch on that story. So a couple of things I want to say. And when it's concerning that story, well, yeah, we definitely going to get to that. Matter of fact, we could get to that now because I think I said everything I got to say about LeBron. Shout out to everybody in the building. We probably make another video about this tomorrow. But let's go to this. Now, I would like to say this. Dag, I had another point. But yeah, I would like to say this right now. I'm happy with the decision that the Supreme Court handed down. It was the right decision. It went to the wire because people will say, well, it was 5-1-3. No, it was really 5-4 because that little weak half dissent, nah, I'm not jacking that. I'm not jacking that. That go to the other side. It shouldn't even have been 5-4 anyway. But again, let me say it the right way, because somebody be like, oh, it wasn't really 5-4. It was technically 5-1-3, but really 6-3. Well, whatever. It shouldn't even have been that close. It should not have been this close. The Constitution is clear. And I'm happy about this case, because when Trump first signed this executive order, when he first became president, I told people, I said, if the Supreme Court ruled with Trump on this, this is them overturning like well over a century of precedent. I told people that. I said the Supreme Court has never, ever taken any other stance other than birthright citizenship applies to anybody who was born in America, except if you was like born in this country and your parents are diplomats. Otherwise than that, tourists, you came here undocumented, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I tell people that. I said, watch. I highly doubt the Supreme Court is going to roll with him. But yeah, let's get into this. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. The Supreme Court waited until the very last day of its term, the last day of June, to drop its decision in the biggest case of the year. A case in which the Trump administration was seeking to obliterate the constitutional order that our country erected after the bloodshed of the Civil War, when we defeated slavery and amended the Constitution to state explicitly that this country was based on the principle that all citizens are equal before the law, and that if you are born here, you are a citizen. No ifs, ands, or buts. That vision of the country is the one that Donald Trump and Stephen Miller and the MAGA movement are fundamentally committed to destroying. Openly. They keep saying it. And they made that clear on day one, January 20th, 2025, just minutes after being sworn back in as president, when Trump first signed pardons for all the insurrectionists who had tried to violently overturn a Democratic election 4 years earlier, an election in which he had, by the way, massively lost among non-white voters. And then right after he signed those pardons, Trump signed an order claiming that some natural-born U.S. citizens shouldn't be citizens.
This next order relates to the definition of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the United States.
Yeah, that's a good one. Birthright. That's a big one.
What about that one in the court? That one is likely to be found.
Could be. You think we have good grounds, but you could be right. I mean, you'll find out.
Well, today, Trump found out, as the Supreme Court ruled that Trump's attempts to undo birthright citizenship are unconstitutional. A 5-4 decision on that question, in which all 3 liberal justices joined conservatives, Amy Coney Barrett and Chief Justice John Roberts. Writing for the majority, Roberts stated the 14th Amendment clearly means what it says. Quote, citizenship then and now was the right to have rights, to freely participate in our political community. The framers of the 14th Amendment extended that promise to every freeborn person in this land. We keep that promise today.
Exactly. Shout out to Romario. You going to bed tonight? Salute. Hopefully to see you tomorrow. And, catch the playback, all the clips I put up, whatever. But thank you for all your support. Good night to Romario. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's in the Constitution. It's clear. It shouldn't even have been this close. This is crazy. But I knew the Supreme Court was going to get it right on this one because, like I said, there's too much precedent behind birthright citizenship. Too much precedent. Like, I don't think the court had the heart to overturn all that, even though it almost got overturned. Remember, it was 5-4. One vote going the other way, birthright citizenship would have been done. I know Trump is mad that he appointed Annie Coding Berry. That's her name, right? I'm hoping I'm saying it right. I know he mad that he appointed her. I know he mad. Well, yeah, let's keep it going. Wait, shout out to everybody in the building. Let me look at this chat. Shout out to everybody in this building. Let me see. Shout out to Fahima in the building. Oh, I know that. And I'm going to touch on that a little bit later about how the Supreme Court can still come back and get the 14th Amendment, but for black people. But yeah, we're gonna get into that a little bit later. Shout out to everybody in the building.
That was always what the court should have said to the Trump administration. Their case against birthright citizenship was always just an unconstitutional shot in the dark, a bad faith, crankish reading of the 14th Amendment motivated by racism and xenophobia.
The idea that you can have a country where you just set foot on U.S. soil and any child you have gets to be an American citizen and vote in our elections, collect our welfare, sit in our juries, sit in judgment of our fellow men and women is such an outrage to the idea of having a country. It defies the scriptures. I don't know what they're going to do, but here's what I can say. If this country doesn't, one way or another, end birthright citizenship, this country doesn't have a future. Citizenship has to be sacred and precious.
I really struggle to accurately convey just how extreme, how unhinged, and how, frankly, racist that position is. But
definitely is. Like the great, like wanting to do away with birthright citizenship. Insane.
Let me try. Stephen Miller's reading of the 14th Amendment had already been repudiated by the Supreme Court more than a century ago. It's a famous case. It was in 1898, the case of Wong Kim Ark, who was born in the U.S. to Chinese parents.
I brought that up too when I was saying like they can't rule against it because again, this issue has already come before the Supreme Court. It's already come before the Supreme Court.
That court then, operating in 1898, said, if you're born in the U.S., you're a U.S. citizen. They looked at the plain text of the law, and they found that. And they handed down that decision, get this, 2 years after upholding racial segregation in Plessy v. Ferguson. Those justices, the ones who enshrined Jim Crow and the laws of the United States, they cemented separate but equal. But even they upheld birthright citizenship in a 6-2 vote because the language of the 14th was plain as day.
Oh, yeah. You saw that. And that's another thing I wanted to say also, that the courts can come back. Because again, those rulings are inconsistent. Separate but equal violates the 14th Amendment. But they upheld it because, again, that hurts black people. But when somebody else brought them something having to do with the 14th Amendment, as in birthright citizenship, they upheld that birthright citizenship is plain in the text. But also equality under the law is plain in the text of the 14th Amendment too. But they held up somehow separate but equal, which is nonsense. And this court has done something similar where they said, well, you can't do racial gerrymandering, but you can do political gerrymandering, which is basically the same thing, if not worse. I have a feeling that they're going to try to do something like this with the 14th Amendment, where we see them rule the correct way with the 14th Amendment now, but somehow, some way, they're going to, somebody like basically from Alabama, one of these neo-Confederates, because as you already heard, I already played that clip a million times, of the Alabama Speaker of the House talking about how they're going to go after the 14th Amendment. They're going to word it differently, and it's going to go to that court, and they're going to win 5-4, maybe even 6-3. Because remember, they only lost this by one vote. Now, if they tailor it away where it's somehow attacking black people's birthright citizenship or trying to claim that the black birthright citizenship is kind of different than regular birthright citizenship or whatever, I have a feeling the courts will roll with them. So yeah, this is bad. I mean, this was a victory today, but we not out the woods yet, because I don't think the neo-Confederates are going to give up that easily. They're not. They're definitely not. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all supporting the stream any way y'all can. Let me see. Yeah, he understands that, but he just don't want them voting ever. Like again, he's a white nationalist. He don't like the idea that they could ever grow up to vote. Even if we raise the voting age up to like 1 million, the fact that that somebody non-white could come here and have a kid and they be a U.S. citizen and they got rights just like we do? Nah, he don't like that. He don't like that. He does not like that at all. Percy, let me see. I can't even see. I think it's Percy Bedford. Thank you for all your support. The ruling is technically 6-3, but in reality it's 5-4 because Kavanaugh partially dissented, where he was like, I agree that birthright citizenship is the land, is the law of the land, but we should make some exceptions to it. So in reality, it was 5-4 because he went against it. He didn't just want to go against it all the way. So technically speaking, yes, it was 6-3, but in reality, it was 5-4. He was going against it. Okay, good. I got to look at your name. I'm sorry. I seen you in the chat before. I got to go look at your name off screen so I could try to zoom in because I can't really see. But shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Fatal. Shout out to McNasty. Shout out to Carlette. You see what Carlette said? Yep, but that's what I said. They might try to go after that. They're gonna try to go after it in some way, shape, or form because this is their time. It's do or die. Now or never. Like again, they only lost this by one vote. And we already know Annie Coney Barrett is a racist, so she would gladly switch sides if it's a way to just target black people. They figured out a way to do that, or just mainly hurt black people. She would do that in a heartbeat. Shout out to Julius in the building. Yeah, let's get back to this.
That is how racist Stephen Miller and Donald Trump's argument is. It is more racist than a racist reactionary court, the infamous Plessy court, was almost 130 years ago. Think about that. And the other thing is, there hasn't been any real legal or historical shift away from birthright citizenship since then. There were a few, again, anti-immigrant cranks on the right, which you'll always find, right? Turning out diatribes against anchor babies. But didn't matter. And actually, Donald Trump courted them. And then last year, remember, he finds himself back in office, and he's got his hand-picked 6-3 Supreme Court majority, where 3 of the justices were the ones that he elevated. And so he went to work pressuring them to reimagine the Constitution. In fact, to rewrite it, to essentially amend the Constitution by fiat in collusion with him and 5 votes. Remember that he even went to oral arguments to physically intimidate them, to glower at them. It was a first for a sitting president. Now, it didn't quite work. He lost today. We all, as Americans, won. The court still did the right thing, but barely.
Yes, Trump is so criminal. He's so criminal. Yes, Percy, I'm sorry. I couldn't see your name. I recognize you, but again, I don't have my glasses, and because I'm doing the split screen, it's like everything is even smaller. So I'm like, is that Percy? Yes, it's Percy. Shout out to you. Thank you for all your support over the years. Yes, Fahima, I know. Clarence Thomas went to go meet with Mike Johnson, Speaker of the House, which he's not supposed to do, to go talk to him about this issue. That's why I said this ain't over. They're gonna try to bust another move. It's just that they might do it in a way that really just hurt black people, or mainly black people. And again, we all know that people will be like, well, if it's hurting other people of color, non-white, non-black people, nah, I'm not really jacking that. But if you making it hurt black people, yeah, I'll go over to that side. Remember, we only won this by 1 vote. 1 vote. If ABC, not ABC, I'm calling her ABC. ACB, Annie Coney Barrett, had voted with them, then they would have had the 5-4. They would have had the 5-4. Kavanaugh only did that little weak half dissent because he already knew they didn't have the votes. If they had the votes, he would have been all the way with the side that was dissenting, and they would have won. They would have won. Disgusting. Milton, thank you for the 10. Much appreciated. You know I'm gonna keep my foot on their neck all day, every day. All day, every day. Shout out to you.
I mean, by a shockingly narrow margin, by one vote. In 1898, the margin was 4 votes. Today, by one vote, this court rejected what would amount to rewriting the Constitution on the fly. In some senses, overturning the victory of the Union forces and the multiracial coalition that refounded the country after that victory.
Oh, see, I knew it. Y'all heard me say this multiple times. I said if they get the 14th Amendment, they will have effectively overturned Reconstruction, and we will be back into the antebellum South. Because like I always keep saying, the antebellum South did not end until we got the 14th, 13th, and 15th Amendment, the Reconstruction Amendments. Like they have already set back the civil rights movement. We back in Jim Crow. We in Jim Crow 2.0. But I said, if they get those Reconstruction Amendments, we are back in antebellum 2.0. That's where we back. Remember, the 13th Amendment already got a loophole in it that they fully exploit, and they even trying to come up with new ways of exploiting it. The 15th Amendment was never fully realized. Our right to actually vote and participate in politics was not fully realized until the victories of the civil rights movement. But those victories are pretty much been gutted. So the 15th Amendment is gone. The only thing left standing is the 14th Amendment. And it's barely standing because you see them using the 14th Amendment, the Equality Under the Law Act part clause, to attack black people nonstop. And so it's like it's only hanging by a thread. The only part of the 14th Amendment that's still hanging on is the birthright citizenship part. That's why that dude from Alabama, the Speaker of the House of Alabama, said the only thing left to get is the 14th Amendment. That's it. Only thing left is the 14th Amendment. If they get that part, not even the whole thing, just that part right there with the birthright citizenship, we are officially back in the antebellum era. We in the antebellum era. I can't believe we even finding ourselves in this position. Disgusting. But yeah, let's keep it going.
In the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments, essentially just taking white out to an amendment that was bought with the lives of hundreds of thousands of Americans in the Civil War. It's jarring to think that the very right to have rights in America hinged this week on John Roberts and Amy Coney Barrett. The lesson here is Donald Trump lost, thankfully, but this court, it has to be addressed. It has to be dealt with. And this movement, the movement that brought us to this point, has to be defeated thoroughly and completely, because the goal is nothing less than uprooting the very foundational principles that make this country so special and so worth fighting for. Sherilyn Eiffel is the Vernon Jordan Chair in Civil Rights at Howard University. She's also the founding director of the university's 14th Amendment Center for Law and Democracy. She was in the Supreme Court gallery during oral arguments in this case. Cheryl, it's just an honor to have you on the program. And first, let me just say, I feel somewhat sheepish giving a little spiel before you because you've forgotten more about the 14th Amendment than I've ever known. So let me just turn it over to you and say, what is your takeaway from today's decision?
Chris, first of all, thanks for having me. And second of all, that was an excellent spiel on the 14th Amendment. You know, you hit the high notes. Yes, the decision in this case came out the way it should have come out. But first of all, it came out the way it should have come out last year when this case was Trump versus Casa. As you'll recall, the Supreme Court then used that case to address the issue of district courts granting and ordering nationwide injunctions, something they've long wanted to get at. And that required the refiling of a new case as a class action that became Trump versus Barbara. What I mean to say is that the court has slow walked this. This was a case grounded in the actual words, not the penumbra, nothing that they had to interpret, the actual words of the 14th Amendment, and an over 100-year-old precedent by the court itself, which, as you pointed out, has never been broken or undermined in any way.
Like I pointed out, like I told people that. I told them when Trump first did this, they was like, "Oh, is the birthright citizenship was only for the descendants of enslaved Africans?" Because you know they say descendants of slavery, and so they say FBA. But I told them, or the freedmen. I said, no, that's not true. That's literally not in the writing. 2, No court has ever interpreted it that way. Never. Like, there's no precedent for that reading of the 14th Amendment when it comes to birthright citizenship. Because if you know your history, you know that there was a bunch of non-white groups in America at that time. And it was always a question of what should we do with these groups. When the moment, when slavery ended and everybody was free, they took that as a moment to just, as a way in a moment to give all these people just citizenship. Yes. Shout out to everybody in the building. Somebody said I got no sound. Put 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put 2 in the chat if y'all can't hear me. Because somebody said I don't got no sound. I mean, Mighty One and Strong said I ain't got no sound. Oh yeah, another thing. Clarence Thomas, the bozo. He went with the bad guys. He went with the bad guys. He went with the bad guys on this one. Oh, I see a whole bunch of ones. I don't. Shout out to the Hood Mistress. Yeah, you might need to refresh your video because I see a whole bunch of ones. Shout out to Nano in the building. Yep. Exactly. I didn't see this earlier comment, but exactly. That's why. That's why. Lorenzo, you already know that's what he gonna do. He gonna do. You already know that they already getting the waterworks ready. And now all these bozos are magically in love with Clarence Thomas. They love Clarence Thomas, not knowing that Clarence Thomas hates you. Clarence Thomas is a stone cold white nationalist. He don't care. He is Steven from Django Unchained. If I ever saw him in real life, that's him. That's him. He only doing this because he want to ride with Trump. That's it. Yes, he voted against his ancestors, as always. That's why another reason why the FBA hate cult is so stupid and dumb. You got people like Clarence Thomas in high positions of power, and you ain't saying nothing about him, but you want to argue about some random black immigrant or somebody you claiming is a black immigrant saying something online that you don't like. Disgusting. Exactly. What did you say? Liberal Democrats are determined? No, that's you're wrong on that one, buddy. Yeah, let's get back to this. Shout out to everybody in the building. Oh, you said your sound is back? That's good to know. That's good to know. Exactly, Mulatto Vanguard. Exactly. Now they love him and he's just some great leader. Oh, shout out to Benevolent in the building. Let's get back to this.
And they took this long. This is not just the court deliberating and going back and forth and taking this long. This is the court allowing space to develop for the idea that this was a legitimate argument, for the idea that this was a legitimate claim, when, as you say, this was a bit of constitutional gaslighting. But every time they do that, they give strength to the idea that they are making legitimate arguments on the right about things like birthright citizenship. So first of all, to sit there today and have the decision come out the way I wanted it to come out in terms of the judgment, but have it come out after over a year, it's just absurd. A year and a half of leaving the country confused about the most important thing, who's an American. So I just thought that was grossly irresponsible. Secondly, as I think you also were pointing out, this case was not unanimous. This should have been a 9-0 decision.
It shouldn't even have went to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court should have just rejected to even hear it on the fact that it was so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Should have got shot down immediately. Shout out to everybody in the building.
This was a slam dunk. It wasn't. It was a, 5-4, maybe 6-3 decision, and it matters. It matters that this was a split decision because, once again, it gives legitimacy to the idea that birthright citizenship can be overturned. The fact that there are these dissenting opinions from Justice Alito, Justice Gorsuch, and Justice Thomas, some of whom joined one another, but each of whom felt they needed to write their own dissenting opinion. And then a concurring and dissenting opinion from Justice Kavanaugh, who agrees with the judgment, but, and this was very obvious at oral argument as well, Justice Kavanaugh, who loves the world of politics, believes that Congress has the right to do what the president tried to do. The president can't overcome birthright citizenship by EO, but Justice Kavanaugh believes that by statute, Congress can. And that little space was important for him to leave to the political process. And of course, earlier today, we heard Trump already in announcing his intention to exploit that space.
Exactly. Kavanaugh is a terrible person. Terrible person. Candy, whatever your name is, yeah, you got to go. Sorry, put you on timeout. Oh, you never emailed me. Black American Homeland, you never emailed me. You never emailed me. But I'm happy to see you in the building. And let me read your comment. Matter of fact, I could say I agree with your comment. I don't think nothing wrong with this comment. Enigma, you are totally right. You are totally right. Clarence Thomas is a super disgrace. Super disgrace. But yeah, let's keep it going. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just, in case people are confused because they read that it was a 6-3 decision, the main holding, which is that they struck down the executive order, was a 6-3 decision. But on the narrow question of, is it constitutionally the case, as grounded in the 14th Amendment, that all citizens born here are citizens? It was narrow in 5-4. And this is because Kavanaugh says, in my view, the executive order does not violate the 14th Amendment, but the order does contravene a federal statute, because there's a statute also passed. Congress could enact new legislation establishing exceptions to birthright citizenship for children born to foreign citizens unlawfully or temporarily in the country, but Congress has not yet done so. And then, as you note, on cue, Trump says, the Supreme Court upheld birthright citizenship, which is too bad for our country, but we can easily make it up in Congress through legislation with the support of the president that has now been determined during this process. No long and unwieldy constitutional amendments necessary. Congress should start today to work on ending expensive and unfair to our country birthright citizenship. They will have my complete and total support. We should note that what Trump is saying there is wrong. That's not actually the holding. That's Kavanaugh's holding, but not actually the holding, right?
Yes.
Yes, Kavanaugh is a disgrace. He's a total disgrace. And look, that's why I kept saying that this is truly 5-4. This was not 6-3. This was 5-4. I'm happy other people are saying this as well. This was 5-4. 5-4.
But again, it keeps this conversation going. It keeps it in the political realm as though it is not an absurd and ludicrous and anti-constitutional ideology. And this is how you go about trying to do a kind of paper insurrection, a political insurrection rather than a violent physical one, which is that you just keep wearing at that rock, trying to undermine the principles that have been created, what it took to create the 14th Amendment and what the 14th Amendment stands for. And this is why I love Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson's concurrence in this case, because she just wipes the table on the history of what this was supposed to be about. Our Constitution is not colorblind. The framers of the 14th Amendment were involved in a very race-conscious project, and that project was to remove caste and subordination from who could be an American and who could be a first-class citizen. So it's important that she goes into that history. I love that she cited in one of her footnotes the brief that I wrote along with Professor Guy Uriel Charles at Harvard Law School, aided by our students, but that she really goes into the history to make clear this was never a race-free, a colorblind project. They were very intentional about creating a multiracial democracy. And the more the forces on the right try to move us away from knowing that truth, knowing the truth that over 150 years ago, the framers of our second founding wanted this to be a multiracial democracy and created a constitutional infrastructure that would allow it to become a multiracial democracy. The more people are removed from that knowledge, the more they will believe that when they see Black people fully integrated into our society, when they see people who come here and who have children who are born here being U.S. citizens, and as Stephen Miller railed about, making judgments about us and voting in our elections, the more they will think that the ideas that resist that are actually legitimate ideas and not fundamentally anti-constitutional ideas. And
Oh yeah, shout out to her. She's teaching right now. Shout out to Brandon for coming through with the 2. Much appreciated. Yeah, they should put Clarence Thomas in there. They should. Yep, FBA is fools believe in anything. Oh, shout out to the visionary. Shout out to the visionary. He's been a member for 1 month. Officially a member for 1 month. Shout out to the visionary. Shout out to the visionary. Everybody, you can go get your own membership by hitting that join button. Become a member of the channel. Let me see. From chicken salad. Yeah, Thurgood Marshall. You said, when will MAGA try this again? They trying it right now. That's what she was just talking about. When she said with Kavanaugh, where people will say, oh, Kavanaugh voted against this. No, he partially voted against this. And he wrote in his dissent that it would be perfectly fine to change the Constitution by a simple law being passed in Congress. So so Trump is trying to work that route now. Disgusting. Let me see. No, I didn't hear about that yet, but I know, again, Trump is trying to do a lot of things. Right now, he's discussing trying to use Congress to overturn birthright citizenship, which is nonsense. It's a constitutional amendment. The only way Congress could overturn it is to make a new constitutional amendment. They just can't vote away a constitutional amendment. As I said, Kavanaugh is a disgrace. It's a total disgrace. Let me see. Somebody asked me a question. I'm spiritually Haitian. Yeah, let's get back to this because they're almost done.
I think that's what this has been about. This has been about creating a space for that.
And just to take a step back too, I mean, again, we're in the sort of text of the Constitution, and I was going to read a portion of the debate in 1866 where someone says, well, what about the gypsies that are invading Pennsylvania? They say, well, the only invaders I know in Pennsylvania were the Confederate Army, and we're trying to prevent that from happening again.
Yes.
So again,
they
knew. Like,
what about the Chinese in California? Yes.
See, I did not watch this clip beforehand. This is the point I was making about the 14th Amendment, that people already knew that there were other groups here, not just Black, not just white, not just Native Americans. There were big populations of Mexicans, Chinese, all that here. When they put down that birthright citizenship clause, they was thinking about all these communities. It wasn't a situation where America was just all white with a little bit of Black and a little bit of Native Americans. And then we just had this big explosion of people just coming across the border and all this other nonsense just recently. That ain't the case.
They also had their prejudices. Right.
Exactly. But to just take a step back here, it's like, it's so striking to me, and this is not a novel insight, but like, the thing that I cherish the most about this country that I think is so beautiful is the thing they hate the most. I mean, for me, it's like, yes, this principle, whoever you are, we're all equal, and that this is enshrined, and that we've created a republic. We founded kind of a second republic based on that after the bloodshed of the Civil War, and that's the thing that they hate the most, and that they've got haters on the Supreme Court. I mean, if you read that Alito dissent, like, he hates that principle.
Yeah, but that's fundamentally un-American. And to me, listening to Stephen Miller today, it was hearing someone who wants to be in another country. There are many countries, the old countries
Yes.
of Europe, from which his family and many others in the cabinet came, were countries like that, were countries where you were German because your
Yes.
father was German, or Polish because your father was Polish. That's not what this country set about to do. And so I think when you
I do believe that is what this country set out to do, but just do it racially. And again, we got the 14th Amendment to go against that because we won the Civil War. That's it. That's it. Like, I don't like that type of talk where we try to pretend like these white nationalists don't represent what America is really about. Because I'm pretty sure the founding fathers were alive today and they would be all siding with Trump. Every last one of them. Every last one of them. You can't convince me of any founder that would go against Donald Trump right now on this issue. Maybe, no, I know for a fact Thomas Paine would, but most people don't consider him a founder. So, yeah. So, they don't consider him a founding father. But, yeah. But the rest of them, yeah. Without question. Without question.
hear them speaking, and I really mean this, it's very important to understand, it is counter to the project, the idea of America. And because we're celebrating our 250th anniversary, this is why it's so important not to just focus on the first founding of the country in 1776 and our Constitution in 1789, but also to make sure that you include the second founding, because this country has evolved, and that second founding is intentionally looking at the need for us, if we are going to be one unified country. They had seen how race could tear us apart and break us apart and threaten the nation. And they created an infrastructure to ensure that there would be glue to hold us together. And what these folks are trying to do right now is to break us back apart. So it's a very, very dangerous project. I'm glad the Supreme Court decided what they decided today. I'm profoundly disturbed that it was as close as it was.
Shout out to her, but again, I don't like that. I don't like that last part about, oh, we this is a nation, this is what the nation is supposed to be. I don't like that, because again, even during the second founding, we still had to go through a century of Jim Crow after the second founding. So, like, no. Let me see. Somebody asked a question. Let me see something. I heard about that, Lorenzo, but I heard it was fake. I heard that was fake. That it didn't, that no Chinese hotel got burnt out by Jamaicans. I heard that was fake. Shout out to Carlette in the building. You said they distracted from the war. I don't think this is about a distraction, because I think this is something that they, even before they did the war, they wanted this. They wanted this. I don't think this particular thing is a distraction. But yeah, shout out to you, Carlette, and shout out to you for serving in the military, for fighting for what this country could be, what it should be. But yeah, we're gonna move on real quick. Speaking of white nationalists and stuff like that, we gonna go to here real quick. I was gonna cover this issue by itself, but I saw Tariq covered it, so I'm like, all right, good. I could cover it all together at one time. Roland Martin was comparing FBA to white nationalists, white supremacists, and I concur with that. I concur with it 100%. Like I've been telling people, FBA is a white nationalist psyop. All their language, everything about them, it comes from white nationalism. Everything.
What we have to deal with here, Michael and Nicole, is that when these ADOS FBA people, when they spout language, the anti-immigration language, even anti-Black immigration language, they sound just like Tom Emmer. They sound just like Stephen Miller. They sound just like Donald Trump. They literally, Michael, are speaking for white nationalists.
That's a fact. That's an immutable fact. And don't forget the freedmen and all these other little splinter groups. They are speaking for white nationalists because that's who gave them their language. The lineage language, the great replacement theory that they be promoting. All of that comes from white nationalists. The Democrats being the enemy who destroyed the community. All that comes from white nationalists. All of it. All of it. This flag-waving American talk that they got, this hatred for black immigrants, all of that from white nationalists, all of it. Now,
absolutely is white supremacy through ventriloquism. That's what it is.
Oh, Tariq cut it off. I'm gonna definitely have to go cover that on my own. Like that brother was about to teach, because again, he said it was white supremacy through ventriloquism. I gotta take that because that's exactly what these bozos are. They dummies. The white man just controlling them.
I am here. I'm still in Alabama. I was in went down to Montgomery. I went to the Fade in the Water historic spot. As you see, I went to the Montgomery Riverboat Brawl location, the iconic civil rights location. And family, why do they have the chair there? They have the actual chair. The chair is a tourist attraction, ladies and gentlemen.
This is corny. Like, come on now. We got real stuff going on, and you talking about a fight and a chair being a tourist attraction. Use a bozo. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all supporting the stream any way y'all can. PayPal, Cash App, Super Danks, Venmo. I take it all. A whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week.
The white chair was sitting out there, a lone chair. So everybody goes there. I met some other sisters who were from the Carolinas. They were there to take pictures with the chair. The chair is a tourist attraction, ladies and gentlemen. Family, the chair is a damn tourist attraction. I love it. Shout out to Alabama. Shout out to Montgomery. Shout out to the Gump. Man, beautiful. And you can feel the ancestral energy out there. You can feel it. And boy, it's extremely hot. Boy, it's hot as hell in Alabama.
We're speeding you up. We're not doing that, Tariq. Sorry. Get to the point.
But you know what's interesting? That location where the riverboat is, the dock area. Now we really see why those white supremacists got whooped on, because there was no way for the cops to come and save them, because you can't take a car down there at all. To get to the dock, you gotta go like under like a little small kind of little tunnel thing. It's like a little tunnel you have to go under, so a car can't get in there. So yeah, we see why they got whooped on, like they got whooped on. They didn't get no backup, because backup couldn't reach them, so they had to get that L. Yeah. And that was the place where they were doing a lot of the organizing. Right here. Hold on, let me show y'all. Listen. We got to talk about your boy Roland, ladies and gentlemen. Shout out to Nikki the God for making this clip. I'm going to play a clip of Roland trying to shame us because we ain't putting on the cape for immigrants. And, you know, Roland has Haitian ancestry, by the way. All right. Roland has Haitian ancestry. Do not forget that. So he tries to get into the
something that we're not gonna forget. But again, you used to say he was Haitian, but I guess because you know you're talking about Roland and you know he might clip your video, so now you got to be more precise with your language. Instead of just calling him Haitian, you got to say he has Haitian ancestry. You're a bozo and a dweeb.
These shaming tactics, where he wants to shame us because we're not putting on the cape. We're not obligated to do anything. We're not obligated to put the cape on for nobody. All right, let's be very clear. We do not have any obligation to put the cape on for anybody. All right? So let me play this clip of Roland. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all bear with me. Let me find this. Let me find this clip of Roland. Hold on one second. This is Roland. Listen to Roland with his old shaming tactics that the Democrats told him to do. Listen.
What we have to deal with here, Michael and Nicole, is that when these ADOS FBA people, when they spout language, the anti-immigration language, even anti-Black immigration language, they sound just like Tom Emmer. They sound just like Stephen Miller. They sound just like Donald Trump. They literally, Michael, are speaking for white nationalists.
Please.
Absolutely is white supremacy through ventriloquism. That's what it.
And white supremacy through ventriloquism. Man, get the hell out of here.
Have to.
Okay. Democrat flunkies, that ain't working. That ain't working no more. Notice the hammer is getting put down on these folks. ICE is getting them. The Supreme Court has thrown them under the bus. Megyn Kelly and people like that are throwing them under the bus.
Oh yeah, I think Tariq was in agreement with Megyn Kelly, a bozo. Like you know, Tariq is just totally sold out. You used to cry about Megyn Kelly all the time. Now you in agreement with her. Just like when you was meat eating Tucker Carlson because he brought that other bozo on his show that shouted y'all out. That should have been the tall tale sign that y'all dudes is nothing but white nationalist dummies. That's it. Y'all they dummies.
The Democrats, the white ones, ain't putting the cape on for them. All of their anger is at us, though. Y'all notice that? Whenever people get the hammer dropped on them, it becomes, you goddamn FBA, y'all FBA. Everything is on us. Notice that? Every damn time. With the tethers all in these spaces.
Tether is a slur, and Tariq is not addressing what was said. They said that y'all language that y'all using is from white nationalists. Address that point. Why are you talking about other stuff? Because that's what you do. You deflect. But yeah, let's keep it going.
The ICE vans are circling around their community, and all they do is blame us. Everything is all about us. They don't, Latinos, they don't say nothing to them. They don't say nothing to nobody or nothing about nobody. It's all us. Them damn FBA, y'all should have did this. Y'all should have did that. Y'all always talking about how we ain't got no power. We on the.
Exactly. Yeah, he denies that about Beyonce. But yeah, y'all don't have no power. What y'all doing is y'all just being they dummies. Again, this is the whole trick of white nationalists. They realize that they can't come out and just say things. So they recruit other people to say things. So when y'all say it, they're going to be like, I didn't say this. Remember, this was a technique that was pioneered by Fox News in the modern day. Like, I'm pretty sure they was doing this before Fox News, but the modern day iteration of that started with Fox News, with Sean Hannity, mainly him, would bring black people on to trash black people. So you can be like, well, I didn't say that. Black people are saying that. Or I'm just agreeing with what they told me. Or I learned that from them. Just like that bozo Fishback did and said when he was calling people tethered, saying, well, the FBA's got this thing called tether. They told me that black people are delineated and black immigrants are trying to steal from them and cosplay them. So, yeah, that's why I call whatever his name is, Donald's, a tether. And that's why I be calling other people's tethers. Like, nobody's not stupid. They gave y'all to play. Y'all run around saying all that stuff that they want to say. And then when y'all say it, they make y'all the front page of it. And then they just come behind and be like, well, I learned this from them. Or they taught me this. Nonsense. But yeah, let's keep going.
Bottom. We ain't got no homeland to flee to like you, but when the damn hammer drops, we're the only thing you talk about. Anytime the hammer drops, y'all always got our name in your damn bushmeat eating mouth. Good freaking grief. Roland and people like Roland's big jolly ass, they sound like white supremacy, it's the talking point. Okay, that don't work no more, bro. That doesn't work anymore. We're not shamed by that. You're not going to shame us for caping for all these people who talked all.
You never was shamed by it because people been saying this since day one. You say, okay. You could go somewhere with that. Shout out to Making Moves Major. Thank you for that comment. We got somebody else saying what? FBA, shut up with that nonsense. That's like a white person saying, I'm not anti-black people. I'm anti-nigger. What kind of games are you playing? Who you think you talking to saying some stupid stuff like that? we not anti-immigrant. We just anti-tether. Like, come on, man. Have some respect. And like at least step up your lies.
All that shit. And I love how everybody's pulling receipts on all the Haitians, by the way, because the Haitians have, for the last few years, they've been talking cash shit and the family's been saved.
How is it people pulling receipts? Again, even if somebody did have these quote unquote receipts that Tariq is saying, that would be anecdotal. You know what anecdote is, right? When you try to like take little things here and there and try to paint a big picture with it. There's no analytics behind this. You can't show me analytically that Haitians don't like black people from America. You can't do it. In fact, what you're doing would be no different if somebody who was Jamaican said black Americans don't like Jamaicans. And we said that's not true. And then they just start showing clips of FBA bozos saying negative things about Jamaicans. That ain't got nothing to do with the black community as a whole. Nonsense. You know how uneducated you got to be to even say something like this?
Even receipts, boy. When they're asking how come we ain't stepping to them or helping them out, people are, hey, like exhibit 1, we're dirty.
Oh, wait, come out. Who is this? Thunder Lighting? Yeah, I think I might have to put you on timeout because I see you meat rodding Tariq a little too much. Let me see. Let me look up because I see you arguing with her mistress. Let me see what's going on with that. All right, now you're saying when Tariq, yeah, you just run an interference. We can get you up out of here. Goodbye. Go run interference somewhere else.
Black Americans, we ain't got no culture. Casa not. I mean, y'all been showing your ass for years. And then you want to wonder why we ain't doing nothing? You told us that you got it popping, you work hard, and you pull yourself up by your bootstraps, and we can learn something from you. So damn it, start teaching it. Teach us how to do it. Teach us how to Dougie. Teach us how to Dougie. Teach me how to.
You're corny. And again, what do you mean we're not doing anything? Remember y'all said this last time when that situation happened with the Haitians at the border and we saw black people pushing the line for Haitians while y'all was saying black people aren't doing anything when it was just y'all FBA bozos who never do anything, by the way, but run your mouth. And even right now, there is nothing anybody can do. The Supreme Court has ruled, just like there's nothing nobody could do to get black people in the South back their voting rights. It's gone. Like it's gone. Their voting power, their districts, they're gone. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's the same thing. So what do you mean? Like, we not stopping anything, or we letting it happen, or whatever the case may be, or nobody's putting the cape on. What cape? What cape?
Dougie. Because you Dougie in your ass back to your homeland. Give me a break, but let me tell you something. Listen. This shaming tactic nonsense, when the media and the left-wing media and their political operatives, they try to equate us, foundational Black American, with white supremacist talking points. That's not a good faith critique. That's a political con game. That's a tactic designed to force loyalty and compliance without them having to deliver any tangible return on investment.
That's a lie. Matter of fact, I'm going to show people that that's a lie real quick. We about to take a little we're about to do a little sidebar real quick. We're about to look at this real quick. This is the history and the origin of the FBA hate cult and where their ideology come from. Shout out to everybody in the building.
We must first go back. I'm going to play a clip of Tariq Nasheed when he first started repping ADOS, then known as DOS.
Tonight. You say Yvette Carnell made up the DOS term. That's a good term. I'll take my hat off to her. The DOS term is a very good term. I actually like that.
This is when Tariq first tried to steal DOS from Yvette Carnell. He's such a thief, intellectual thief. He tried to steal the ideology and make it seem like it was his own. But somebody in the comment section caught him. And was like, because he was riding around talking about, well, let's talk about DOS. It's this new concept, making it seem like he came up with it. You could even see his face. And again, This is for all you bozos who claim that, oh, Tariq got FBA from Claude Anderson. The whole concept, the whole everything came from Claude Anderson. No, it didn't. He tried to, after he saw that Yvette and Carnell and them had ADOS sold up and they had it trademarked, he wanted to make something he could trademark. That's why he tried to steal the term Native Black American. But then he realized, oh, wait, that's a legitimate term. I can't trademark that. That's when he came back with Foundational Black American and trademarked it. Let's keep it going.
Descendants of slaves or descendants of slavery. Very good term. Now, I like that term. You know, I have my differences with Yvette Carnell, but sometimes people do good things. I like that term. American DOS, descendants of slaves, descendants of slavery. All right. I'm here. That's a very good codified term. I like that. And we need to jump on terms like that. You dig? Shout out to.
Look at him. He don't even know what to say because he was planning on going on a whole spiel trying to act like he created it. And somebody in the chat room called him out. Now, all he could do is heap praises on Yvette Carnell and Tone Talks. Mind you, this is the same Yvette Carnell that roasted Dr. Frances Cress Welsing when she heard that she died. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing wasn't even dead for 15 minutes before Yvette Carnell came on the internet and was going crazy on her. Yvette Carnell also was violating Dr. Claude Anderson. But Tariq was quiet and rocked with her the whole way through, just like the rest of the new black media. They even started attacking people like Dr. Ben and other black leaders. All meat riding Yvette Carnell. But I'm going to keep stopping. I'm going to stop stopping it, and we're going to let it go.
Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. One thing I do commend them about, and Antonio, I've seen some of his videos. He brings good information. You know, they speak up for the African or the Black American experience.
As you heard
right there too. You see, he was still saying African American. They're the reasons he even started switching to Black American, like following behind them. Trying to follow behind them.
Family. Tariq is such a grifter that he was trying to steal the term, but somebody in the audience, several people actually, in the live stream audience, made it clear that, hey, that's Yvette Carnell's term. And he had to acknowledge it. You could see it in his face that he didn't want to do it, but he had to. He tried to steal the term in true grifter fashion. So as time would go on, he got down with ADOS. He got down with them, and then he started trying to push his own thing, which at first was Native Black American, but then he realized, hey, I can't trademark this. So he went back and he couldn't get that to pop. So he went back to ADOS, and then he came up with the bright idea of Foundational Black American, something that he could trademark and he could push. And remember, when he did that, he was still preaching that Foundational Black American and ADOS is the same thing.
Look, February 3rd, 2019. That was the birthday. That's the birthday for Foundational Black American. That's their birthday.
Terms that mean the same thing. Before he started beefing with Yvette Carnell and ADOS, and he made it a full-blown splinter group, excuse me. But he still held on to the ADOS ideology. And what is the ADOS ideology, and who is Yvette Carnell? Well, Yvette Carnell is the founder and leader.
That's not true. That's not true, Gears of Truth. That's not true. Tariq already had the trademark before Michi X. What happened was Foundational Black American started falling off, so Tariq just let the trademark lapse. He wasn't keeping up with it because, again, he was trying to grift his way back to Pan-Africanism a little bit around that time. And that's when Michi X picked up the term. And trademarked it because he let his trademark lapse and he had to fight her in court for it. That's what happened. He didn't just trademark it out of nowhere. But he didn't just trademark it because of Michi X. No. And mind you, if it was truly an ethnic term, you wouldn't even need to trademark it. It's African American, the term trademark. No. Is Black American the term trademark? No, in fact, when Tariq first tried to trademark foundational Black American, it got rejected because it had Black American in it. That's why he had to, when he submitted his second trademark for it, he had to say like, I make no claim on the term Black American. Shout out to you though. Let me see something. Yeah, let's keep this going.
Leader of ADOS. This is her that you see on your screen right now with the MAGA hat. She created DOS, which now is ADOS, in about 2016, 2017. Around the same time, she was a board member for PIFA. What is PIFA? Progressives for Immigration Reform. And all you have to do is go to irs.gov and you can look them up. They're a tax-exempt organization. You can get their tax records. And then when you look it up, there you see Yvette Carnell, Director. Yvette Carnell, Secretary. Yvette Carnell, Secretary again. That's right, Yvette Carnell. She was a board member, a high-ranking board member of a hate group. And some will say, well, show me that PIFA is a hate group. Because you're showing me that she's a board member, but you're not showing me that it's a hate group. Well, I'm going to do that for you right now. And we're going to start at the beginning with the man himself, John Tanton.
Wait, before we go on, shout out to everybody in the building. Thunderlion is back? I thought I blocked him. Black American and African American is the same thing. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, Ray. I think that's your name, Ray. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Black American and African American means the same thing. Oh, look, we got a new member. Shout out to you. I can't even see your name. How you want me to pronounce your name? Because I can't see it. It's too many letters together. Is that Emma? I think it's Emma. Shout out to you though. Thank you for becoming a new member. Family, you could become a member too. Just hit that join button. Just hit the join button. That's it. That's it. Just hit that join button. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Support the stream any way you can. Let me see let me see. Let me see who this is. What's going on? That's Cap. Let's see what you got to say. Thunderlion, there's you have no truth with you. And stop talking to her mistress, please, because again, I think she don't want to talk to you anymore. So yeah. Because I'll do, if you got something intelligent to say, just let me know so I could debunk it in real terms and in real time. But shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to our new member. I think again, Emma. Okay, let's keep going.
He's now deceased, but he is the father of the modern anti-immigrant movement. Now let's just read about him a little bit. John Tanton was the racist architect of the modern anti-immigrant movement. He created a network of organizations, the Federation for American Immigration Reform, the Center for Immigration Studies, and Numbers USA, that profoundly shaped the immigration debate in the U.S. About John Tanton, a retired Michigan ophthalmologist, Tanton had white nationalist beliefs and wrote that to maintain American culture, a European American majority is required. In his own words, I've come to the point of view that for European American society and culture to persist requires a European American majority, and a clear one at that. December 10, 1993, a letter to the late Garrett Harding, a controversial ecology professor. Now that we have learned about the racist architect of all this anti-immigrant bigotry that we see now we need to learn about the organizations he created and the networks that they spawn. Federation for American Immigration Reform. The Federation for...
Shout out to Carlette for coming through with gifting 5 memberships. Family, if Carlette gifted you a membership, make sure you thank her. And also you keep the membership going. You can lower it, you can raise it, but keep the membership going. Thank you, Carlette. Much appreciated.
American Immigration Reform, FAIR, is a group with one mission: to severely limit immigration into the United States. Although FAIR maintains a veneer of legitimacy that allows its principals to testify in Congress and lobby the federal government, this veneer hides much ugliness. FAIR leaders have ties.
Yes. They all operate under this fake veneer of, oh, we're just talking about immigration. Oh, we're just concerned about the nation. It's fake. It's just hate. It's just hate. The same thing with FBA. FBA constantly deploys the Motley Bailey fallacy, where they will say the most hateful, bigoted things, and then when you press them on that, they'll try to retreat to the, oh, we're just concerned about immigration. Oh, we're just concerned about our community and this and that and that and this. They can't never stand on what they said. They can't never stand on what they said. Can't do it. Hood Mistress, let me know if you want me to time them out. Let me know. Because I don't know if you want to keep talking to them or you might want to keep talking back and forth with them. Just let me know. Shout out to you.
To white supremacist groups and eugenicists and have made many racist statements. Its advertisement has been rejected because of its racist content. FAIR's founder, the late John Tanton, has expressed his wish that America remains a majority white population, a goal to be achieved presumably by limiting the number of non-whites who enter the country. One of the group's main goals is to upend the Immigration and Nationality Act of 1965, which ended a decades-long racial quota system that limited immigration mostly to Northern Europeans. FAIR's president, Dan Stein, has called the act a mistake. And now that we have some background information on FAIR, the flagship organization, now we're going to learn about PIFA's connection to FAIR. The same PIFA that Yvette Carnell was a board member of, that she only resigned from being a board member of after she got outed and exposed for being a board member of PIFA. And people started to realize, hey, PIFA is just a white nationalist front. And she left them to maintain some level of legitimacy, even though I don't understand how she could maintain any legitimacy for being a part of a white nationalist front group, especially at that high of a rank. Because there's no way you're that stupid that you didn't realize what was going on. You knew, but she left to maintain some level of legitimacy. But here, we're going to get some background information into PIFA. Many speakers at PIFA's events have links to John Tanton, the racist founder of the modern anti-immigrant movement. Representatives from Numbers USA and the Center for Immigration Studies, groups founded by Tanton, participated. The incestuous nature of the Tanton network was embodied in the person of PIFA's executive director, Leah Durant, who formerly was employed by FAIR's legal arm, the Immigration Reform Law Institute. FAIR, which the Southern Poverty Law Center lists as a hate group, was founded by Tanton, who still serves on the group's board. For a time, Durant also was a part of Choose Black America, a FAIR front group supposedly representing the interests of African Americans concerned with high levels of immigration.
Yep. Again, Thunder Lion. I just addressed that. Like, see, this is the problem. Either you not listening or you just are slow. I just played the clip of Tariq when he first started pumping ADOS. I explained to you. He went from ADOS, then he tried when they saw that he saw that it was trademark, he tried to make his own little grift and he tried to use Native Black American, right? He couldn't get that to pop. He went back to ADOS, then he came up with Foundational Black American. Mind you, Native Black American and Foundational Black American is not the same thing. He just says, oh, I got the term from Claude Anderson as a way to legitimize the term. There is no legitimacy. Like I said, Native Black American is a real term. It really exists. It really exists in academia. You can look it up. You can't trademark it. You can't own it because it's actually making reference to a group of people. That's why he came up with Foundational Black American and immediately trademarked it. Because it makes no sense. Like, use your brain. If the term is Native Black American and Dr. Claude Anderson is already pumping it, and that term is in the lexicon of academia, in the government, and in media, why come up with a new term that has to be explained? Why do that? You do that because you're grifting. You do that because it's not the same thing. Like I could do that right now. I could come up with a term right now, dark Black American, and claim that I got that from Claude Anderson, Native Black American. And then I read the way I define dark Black American is not what Native Black American means, just like foundational Black American. For instance, Native Black American got nothing to do with no so-called Black Aboriginals and no Moorish explorers. Native Black American does not disqualify somebody from being Native Black American because one of their great-grandparents was from Haiti, which is what Tariq is saying about Roland Martin. It's not the same thing. But we're going to continue on. That's not what he said. That is what he said. Okay, we're going to block you because now you definitely trolling. You said first off, ADOS is an organization. ADOS is an organization and is the name of the quote-unquote lineage. See, y'all so stupid. Tariq, if it was really an organization, then why was Tariq pumping it for like 11 months straight until Yvette Carnell called him out for something he did? And then he got his panties in a bunch like a little hoe and then said, oh, ADOS and FBA is not the same anymore. And for months, for almost a year, Tariq argued people down that ADOS is not an organization, it's not a group, it's a lineage. So who's really stupid? Somebody who joined something and argued people down for a year straight and only turned around and started going against it when he fell out with the leadership? Or me, who knew it was a group / so-called lineage from the jump street? Who knew? Who's stupid? Matter of fact, you're the stupidest one of us all because you're the one who's following behind it. You're following behind a trademark. In fact, I think we did enough showing how it's a trademark. Matter of fact, I did enough proving that it's a hate cult, by the way. And the funny part also, Dr. Claude Anderson is also a part of the John Tanton Network. Y'all didn't know that. He's also a part of the John Tanton Network. He's a part of the element of the John Tanton Network that just attacks non-white, non-black immigrants. While Yvette Carnell is a part of the element that attacks black immigrants. Y'all so mad. Y'all so mad. Look at y'all. Either way, y'all part of. If you want to say, "Oh, I got that from Claude Anderson," it's just from Claude Anderson. You're still following PIFA. You're still following it. You're still a part of the John Tanton Network. You're still using their plan, their blueprint. Of course he in denial. They gonna be in denial because again, a lot of these people wreck their lives. A lot of these FBA bozos got real smoke in their real lives pushing this FBA stuff, and that's why they can't handle that it's a lie. They can't handle it. A lot of these people done did things in real life, said and did things in real life that they can't come back from, pushing FBA. And for them to watch this and see that it's all lies, they don't know what to do with themselves. They don't know what to do with themselves. That's why they're going to keep trying to push it. That's why they're going to keep trying to push it. Shout out to Remember the Paula Walla in the building. Yes, Dr. Claude Anderson is a part of the John Taunton Network. It's just that he was a part of the non-black immigrant hate part. Like non-white, non-black immigrant hate part. That's why when he was talking about it, he would mainly talk about people of color immigrants like Latinos, Asians, Arabs, Indians, that type. See, this is what I'm saying. That's the trump card right there. I've been waiting for somebody to try to test me so I could really show the receipts on that. And also show that Tariq is such a goofball and a grifter. Like that's what I'm keep saying. Like these people don't know what they talking about. They want an honest discussion. You need to try to understand. It's not a heritage. It's not none of that. Because if it was, Tariq couldn't trademark it, nor would he have had to. Nor would he have had to. Nor would he have had to. Matter of fact, we're gonna let this play a little bit more, and I'm gonna show you that too. Since we in a showing mood, we're gonna show today.
The group disintegrated not long after its first press conference, which was paid for and stage managed by FAIR. Now, why is this so significant? It's significant because it shows that one, FAIR is a hate group, and PIFA is a front group for that hate group. So PIFA is also a hate group. And more alarming is that PIFA and FAIR both go out their way to create African American groups to be fronts for them. Because if you don't know, Leah Durant is black. And as you just heard me, they created a black group just for her. They have created, platform, hired, and just signal boost many black organizations. Why? Because their number one strategy is to make black people the face of the anti-immigrant movement. To say, look, it's not racist. Look, we got black people saying that we have a problem with immigration too. That's what makes this so alarming. That's their whole thing. Be anti-democrat and be anti-immigration. To make black people the front group for that.
Exactly. Make black people the front group for that. But yeah, well, let's go on to something else real quick. Let's go on to something else. Here we go. As you see, family, on your screen, I'm about to go to this when Tariq got cooked by Grok. I'm gonna start here because as you can see, the person asks, how can a lineage-based movement have a leader? Which is stupid in itself. A movement by definition has a leader, but we're gonna go to this. We're gonna get right here. Jesse Jackson coined the term African American in the 80s. Does that make him their leader? No. Jesse Jackson popularized African American as a broad ethnic term in the 1980s, but didn't found an organized movement or trademark it. Tariq Nasheed explicitly founded FBA as a reparations-focused group, trademarked it, USPTO, that's the U.S. government, and leads its advocacy through media and events. Remember, he did the reparations event and all that other stuff. This is Tariq, the bozo. Grok, please stop lying on me. You told two blatant lies. One, I did not found a movement. I acknowledge a lineage. Two, I never created a reparations-focused group. I helped popularize and correct ethnic term like you claim Jesse did. Why do you choose to lie, Grok? This is Grok's response. I appreciate the clarification, Tariq Nasheed. However, per USPTO records, serial number 97309-615, you own the foundational Black Americans trademark since 2022. Wikipedia and sources like Black Agenda Report credit you as founder of the FBA movement, which emphasized reparations for descendants of U.S. slavery. This aligns with your public statement and films. I'm basing this on verified information, not lies. Let's discuss facts. Let's discuss facts. Let's discuss facts. Is that what's that dude name? Is he still in the building? Because I got some more for you. Are you still in the building? Talking about somebody is scared of good faith arguments or a debate. I ain't scared of no debate with y'all. Y'all can't have no debate with me. Period. Like, come on, you can't have no debate with me. Debate about what? I'm not chasing it.
Like this video, share this video, comment on this video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell, and make sure you watch this video to the end. Because as you just saw that clip is from another video I made about Tariq Nasheed dancing around, owning, and creating FBA. Now, also, make sure you donate to me to support the channel. You can write me on any disclaimer with predetermined text. I want to deal with this one right here. Disclaimer with predetermined text.
See, this is the part I was talking about. Disclaimer with predetermined text. Because like I told y'all, when Tariq filed his trademark the first time, it got rejected because it had Black American in it. Because you can't trademark Black American. That's why he had to have the statement for a disclaimer. That's like if I wanted to trademark a term that had the word blue in it. You can't trademark a color. So I would have to let them know, hey, the part of the phrase that got blue in it, I am making no claim on that. I'm not making no claim on that. I'm saying I own this term. So when you put it all together as a term, yeah, that's me. But the word blue individually, no, I don't make no claim to that.
That one right there where it says Black Americans, let's get into that because we got to define that before we do anything else. What does disclaimer with predetermined text mean in regard to a trademark? Here's the answer. Usually the examiner wants it clear that you are disclaiming any right to a generic word. For example, if you use the word association in your mark, you do not acquire any rights in that word. Anyone can use the same word in their mark.
There you go. There you go. There you go. See, look at you. Now you're switching the subject. You went from it's not trademark, I don't know what I'm talking about, to, oh, after years of disrespect, we are finally, and being undermined, we are finally calling a spade a spade. You see how I told y'all, these bozos do this every time. They try to argue you down that you don't know what you're talking about, and then when you prove them wrong, then they try to switch it to something else. Oh, you said you blocked them? That's good. That's good. That's good. Shout out to you. Yeah, disgusting. Like, come on now. This is what I'm talking about. People will tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then when I show the receipts, it turned into something else. Well, they've been disrespecting us for years, and we finally sticking up for ourselves. If that's your argument, then say your argument. If that's your argument, say your argument. Don't come here with the, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's not trademark. It has no connection to white nationalism. You don't know what you're talking about. It's just a lineage. All that other nonsense. You could beat your feet with that. You could beat your feet with that. They don't care. And shout out to you again for becoming a member of the channel, Emma. That's your name, right? I could call you Emma. I mean, let me know. Like, this is disgusting. But let's get back to Tariq Nasheed. Let's let him finish up lying. Let's let him finish up lying. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me make sure my audio is good. Make sure the audio is good. Make sure everything is good. And we're going to get back to this. Again, shout out to Emma for becoming a member of the channel. Yeah, let's get back to this. Shout out to everybody in the building.
So they keep throwing around these extreme labels so they can try to get us to abandon our own political bottom line and us be the muscle for groups that don't offer no reciprocity at all. You understand? Damn all that. See, they got that selective lineage loyalty. See, these media figures with these immigrant backgrounds like Roland. Roland has Haitian ancestry. You're naturally going to advocate for your own lineage. But when the TPS status decision in...
But what about the other part of his lineage? Remember, only one of Roland's, I think, great grandparents is Haitian. The rest of them are black people from Texas, if I'm not mistaken. I know they Native Black Americans, but I think they all from Texas. What about that?
Impacts Haitians. They mobile.
Like Tariq, you probably got more white blood in your body than Roland got Haitian blood. Are you white? I know you want to be, but hey, whatever.
They speak out, they protect their own. That's basic political survival. When foundational Black Americans do the exact thing, we prioritize our lineage just like.
Yes, Hood Mistress, please email me that again. I'm sorry, I was supposed to get to it, but I was getting sick. I had my kids, and it had so much stuff coming up. I forgot about it, but please send it to me again because I do want to see if I can cover it live. Thank you.
Roland's fat ass is prioritizing his Haitian lineage. All of a sudden, we're white supremacy, but you ain't. How that work? Yeah? That's a hypocritical ass double standard. You're allowed to sit here and cape for your fellow Haitians who ain't supposed to be here. You ain't supposed to be here forever on a damn temporary status. It's temporary. You're breaking the damn law. You understand?
That's a lie. They're not breaking any law. Again, the status is temporary until their country is back on track. Trump is the one, actually, if you want to be real, breaking the law by just trying to just do away with it like the way he is. He's not technically breaking the law, but he's going against the spirit of it because it's supposed to be until it's back on track. You can't just say, "Oh, I don't like it, so I'm just going to tear it up because I'm a racist and I hate Haitians." Like, come on now.
Stand. And when we stand on lineage business, y'all stupid, y'all MAGA, y'all some stupid fools, y'all just trying to be like Trump, y'all trying to be like the white supremacists. Go to hell. The hell out of here. The white supremacist thing, that's a deflection play. You understand? That's a major deflection because you want to shut down any legitimate conversation about resource allocation, wage depression. That immigration shit don't work for us, man, and it works against us, and we have no obligation to cape for immigration at all. We just don't.
You're literally using white nationalist talking points right now as you speak. What you trying to debunk Roland saying that you use white nationalist talking points while you're using white nationalist talking points. Can't make this up.
It don't work for us. You understand? And they try to shame us by associating us with white supremacist groups because you don't have an answer to the questions. You understand? About who benefits from these policies and who pays the price. Because they can't sit here and tell us any benefit that we get from mass immigration like that. There are no benefits. And then they'll start lying, talking about, well, immigrant built America. Who, where, and how? Notice they can never tell you who, where, how, and when. When did a damn immigrant build America? Who? Where? They say some shit and then run from it. You know what I'm saying? And their thing is that they just keep lying over and over. That's why they can never answer the question. The tactic is to just keep telling the lie over and over. I call it the Fat Joe tactic. When you run out here and say hip hop was created 50-50 by blacks and Latinos, and everybody's like, what Latinos? Well, we're from the Bronx, so we was there. What? Who are these Latino pioneers? And nobody can ever name them. They don't exist.
Tariq is still lying about hip hop. People did this already. Like, how many times we got to do this? Let me see if I can name some pioneers real quick. DJ Disco Wiz, pioneer. Crazy Legs and the Rocksteady Crew, pioneers. The whole graffiti movement in New York was started by Latinos. Pioneer. Let me name Phase 2. Yeah, Phase 2 is the one who created bubble graffiti, which is basically the official graffiti style of hip hop. Pioneer. Like, what are you talking about? Cut it out. He always does this. He just makes claims and then says nobody can answer it. That's FBA 101. I'm going to make a claim and then say nobody can't answer it.
Same thing with these immigrants who built America. What immigrants built America? This country was built from top to bottom by goddamn foundation of Black Americans who were enslaved. What immigrants are you talking about? Who, English? They didn't have an agrarian culture. They were over here starving. So what you talking about? Come on, you got to slow walk this shit with real history. Who are you talking about? What immigrants you talking about built some shit over here without us? Because when they tried to build something by themselves, they failed. All of them failed. Come on, man. They don't want to talk real history. They just say some shit and then run off. I want to hear who, when, and where did these immigrants do all this damn building without us right there? They can never answer that question, family. They can never answer that question. Built what? What did you build? We were clearing the streets. Some of them try to say New York. Man, if you don't get the hell out of here, foundational Black Americans cleared the swamp land and the marsh to make New York what it is. We literally built Wall Street. Literally built Wall Street.
Come on now, Tariq is just rambling now. He's just rambling. Shout out to the visionary for the 199. Also, shout out to you for sending jewels too. Thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Shout out to everybody in the building. Exactly. Tariq is always lying. He's just babbling. Just babbling. This is just crazy. Just crazy. You like nonsense. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, I'm about to get off this because again, if he not gonna show and prove how his lingo is not connected to white nationalism, we can get off this.
That area was called like Negro land, or land of the Negroes or something like that in the 1600s. We cleared Manhattan and made that place habitable. You understand?
Oh, so we cut out. He cut out. Oh, let me see something. Shout out to Acute Treasure. I think that's your name. I can't see your name because it's like I'm looking at it on this other screen, but it's not on the StreamYard stream. So thank you for the jewels. Make sure you drop a comment so I can like properly thank you. I think it's, matter of fact, it's not. That's not Acute. Is that actual? I know I see Treasure. But shout out to you. Thank you for the jewels.
And we've assisted everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Every damn movement globally and domestically, we've assisted. We've kicked open the doors for damn near every group. Asians, Middle Easterns, Africans, Caribbeans, everybody. The minute we say, okay, we've done enough for a lot of people, we want to get lineage-based reparations because we've extended ourselves, helping so many people. So now it's time for us to get compensation and compensatory justice for what has been done to us. And all of these damn groups stood up in unison against us getting reparations. All of them. You understand? And then you wonder why we ain't putting the cape on no more.
Oh, no sound, no sound. Sorry about that. The sound cut off when I was switching the thing. Shout out to Actual Treasure. Thank you for the jewels. Thank you for dropping the comments. Thank you. Thank you, Mac Nasty, for for helping me out by putting that there. Sorry about that, family. I'm back. That's my fault. That was my fault. The sound cut out and I ain't catch it because they let me know when the sound cut out. I ain't catch it. Thank y'all. Because I'm looking at a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I'm about to get off this. Tariq is just going on a fake bozo history lesson that nobody want to hear. And on top of that, Black immigrants are the only group in America that the majority of them are pro-black people getting reparations for being enslaved on this land. Black immigrants. No other group of people, only black immigrants. But y'all spend all y'all time attacking black immigrants. That's what y'all do. Y'all spend all y'all time attacking them. Disgusting.
And this guilt trip shit ain't gonna work on us no more at all. You understand? See, these Democrat flunkies, they try to use these tactics because remember, Roland's job is to deliver the black vote without the establishment having to deliver tangibles. That's Roland's fat ass job. That's his only objective. His objective is for him to get some money from these Democrat damn think tanks and super PACs like they did. He did with Kamala's campaign. They gave him like $300,000 last election. His job is to get his bag and to sit up here and shame us into voting for nothing, which ain't happening. And that delineation is tearing them up.
Voting for nothing. So protecting ourselves from this type of racist Supreme Court is voting for nothing. Keeping our political power is voting for nothing. I need you to like explain how this is voting for nothing. That's why I said I'm about to get off this. He's not addressing Roland Martin no more about his claims about him using white nationalist talking points. He's just being a bozo right now. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to That's Amazing for coming through with the 5. Yes. The FBA flag is suspiciously designed the same way as the white nationalist flag. Suspiciously. Like, don't y'all find that suspicious? Matter of fact, let me see if I can find that flag. I'm gonna let Tariq talk while I look for a flag. Shout out to everybody in the building.
This is why they don't like delineation, because the con game is over. You understand? And when we start demanding a return on our investment instead of this empty promise nonsense, that threatens the job security of these gatekeepers. And this shaming nonsense, that's a desperate attempt to try to herd us back in line so the gatekeepers can maintain their little janky status with the establishment. That ain't working no more. You understand? Because there's a shift from emotionalism to strategic politics right now. These tactics ain't working no more because foundational Black Americans, we've transitioned out of just the emotionalism and the symbolisms. We're getting very strategic right now. Shaming relies on the target caring about optics, likability, and social acceptance. We've gotten to the point we don't give a damn about being accepted by none of y'all because we've accepted ourselves and we don't want you in our damn mix. You understand? We just let everybody know we're the club. You on the outside of the club trying to get in.
That's enough of that. I think, let me share this. Can y'all see my screen? I think this is the flag right here. Can y'all see that? I think that is it. Okay. I think it's this one. Or it's a different one. I don't know. Because again, I'm looking at white nationalist, neo-Nazi. There's another flag that looks even more like the FBA flag. I'm going to find it though. Shout out to everybody in the building.
It ain't the other way around. And it's always been that way, truth be told. We're the damn club. And you standing in the velvet rope in the front trying to finesse your way in. You need to get in our shit. We don't need you.
That's enough. That is enough of that. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Matter of fact, we about to move on to this. Somebody, let me go to here. For all you who don't know, this is Big Ward the Genius. He hit me up on Instagram. And family, you can always hit me up if you want to. Follow, it's in the description box below. All my social media sites, my DMs is always open, or you can email me, whatever you want to do. Big Ward hit me up talking about how he made a video to me. And I'm gonna check this out. If it's corny, we just gonna get off of it and we're gonna move on to something else. But here we go. It's his video. I ain't black no more.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Today is Sunday, May 31st, 2026.
Damn, this is old.
Back with another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And just like that, we're 1 day away from 6 months gone. We're 6 months into the new year. What's new about it? It's almost over. It's supposed to be the new year, but it's really almost gone. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year for the next one, I guess.
All right, I'm speeding you up, Big Ward DeBozo.
But anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I just got another nasty email. Informing me to never call myself black again. Yes, somebody just told me I could never call myself black again. I'm the worst kind of black person. You say you're from the hood. You say you're from the ghetto. But yet, you kissing them white folks' ass. You don't represent the black culture. How are you from the hood and you don't understand the black culture? No, it's just email. They criticize, telling me about me, how I'm not black and I don't understand the black culture and how did I come from where I came from and call myself a black man. I'm up here kissing them white folks' ass, And last but not least, the worst thing I could have ever done in life. The worst thing I could have ever done in life, I was told. Not the fact that I allegedly sold crack. That ain't the worst thing I could have done as a black man. No. Not that I've allegedly busted a few rounds at a few black people. Allegedly. That ain't the worst thing I could have done as a black man. Let me repeat that. I allegedly sold crack.
Come on, Big Ward. You gotta do better than this. Like, I don't hit me up no more if this type of videos you making. Don't hit me up no more to address anything you got to say.
I was allegedly, it's not been proven. It could be a lie. You know how people lie. It was alleged that at one time I was one of a large, like a type of pusher mover in Mobile. Allegedly on the street called Patton Avenue. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true. I don't think it's true. Folk be lying on me. But it's alleged that I was a high up crack, dealer in the 90s. Allegedly. Anybody listening from law enforcement, that shit ain't been proven. I'll be on here lying for views and clicks and just entertainment purpose.
He doing a Hassan Campbell where they pretend like they was this big time criminal, but they gotta go allegedly and say I'm playing and I'm joking. When you was not that. Come on, get out of here. If you was anything close to that, you wouldn't be doing this what you doing right now. That's a fact, you wouldn't. Or you told on people. That's why you doing stuff like this now.
So I ain't sold a goddamn thing. But it's alleged. It's alleged. But just say, for instance, it's true. What if I did sell crack to black people? Because that's who most of you sell crack to, other black folks. If you sell crack, but I don't know how I would know that. But if I did sell crack back in the 90s to black people, according to this email, that ain't one of the worst things I could have done as a black person. It's alleged that I done bust a few rounds, alleged, at some other black folks. That ain't the worst thing I could have done as a black man. This person said, or whatever the hell you are, I don't know if you're a person or not, the worst thing I could have done as a black man was vote for Trump. That right there let them know I have no love for black people. Not the selling crack part. Not the busting rounds part. The fact that I voted for Trump, I voted Republican one time. Out of all the elections I voted in, I voted Democrat. But I switched up one time. That's the worst thing I could have done as a black man to harm black people. Crack was okay. Busting that thing was okay. It wasn't that bad. Voting for Trump, you banned. You're no longer part of black culture. I just feel on that idea. Here's why. Because today's black culture, I don't want to be part of your ass no way. I'm selling out. I'm Uncle Tom, which Uncle Tom's a good guy. But I'm turning my back on today's black culture. I'm still down with the Malcolm X black culture. But today's black culture, I am not black. If being black is equated to what these niggas are doing nowadays, I ain't black. I'm gonna go here and mow me on loan over here to some of these white folks, see if they'll accept me. Can I be an honorary white man? I ain't trying to be black no more. If black is what's going on nowadays, I don't want no part of it. You ain't got to write me that bullshit. Telling me I ain't black, I'm telling you I ain't black. If being black means this.
Now, what you see behind me here is a display of scholars, scientists, innovators, and educators. That's right, folks. This right here is America's most educated demographic. So as a quote-unquote black man, I will be labeled as a sellout for every word that comes out of my mouth from this moment moving forward.
Oh my God. Nah, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Shout out to the visionary for the 199. Thank you so much for that. We are not doing this. No. So not only are you anti-black, you are now a gender warrior. You're a gender warrior. Like, and again, what's wrong with the women celebrating? They you know how hard it is to graduate from college? Do you know how hard it is? You know how hard you got to work and how hard you got to study, especially as a black person, especially as a black woman. Like y'all, this is the problem right here. Y'all anti-intellectual. That's why y'all hate black women so much, because they're the most educated group in the country. Y'all hate. That's what y'all hate. And y'all the least educated. That's what you mad about. Like, again, it ain't the generation that's really the bad. But let me just say this. The visionary. I like to say era, because I don't want to say generation. Because when you say generation, a lot of times people think you're talking about a certain generation, like age group. Nope. This is the era that has failed. They have failed a lot because of a lot of bozos like this. This is the era that has failed. You see something? Shout out to That's Amazing for the gifts. Shout out to That's Amazing for the gifts. Wait, come on, somebody else sent me gifts. Act Beats, that's your name? Oh, matter of fact, I already just put you up on the screen when you said speed it up, and I say, yep, I'm speeding this up. I can't see your name. Is it Act Beats? Let me know so I can know if I'm saying your name right, because I can't really see it, or somebody could put it in the chat so I can see it better. But thank you for the gifts, much appreciated. Thank you. Let me leave you up there real quick because you sent them gifts. Shout out to you, bro. Yeah, this is nonsense. Let me just play this a little bit more, then we're gonna get out of here.
And I don't mind it. Now, this right here is a recent display of actually two non-related incidents where we have scholars, graduates, educated women showing themselves in the most ghetto form possible while still in graduation attire. Now, you may be thinking to yourself, what gives you the right to call this ghetto behavior? And I'll tell you what gives me the right. The fact that I have eyes to see that, yeah, this culture that is being perpetuated is the mainstream, quote unquote, black culture. I know we like to, push this idea that it is just a subculture. It's on the outskirts.
Oh, okay. It's AKW Beats. All right, I got you. Thank you again. Thank you, Mac Nasty. Thank you. Yeah, let's get back to this.
But the reality is this has become the main culture. This has become, quote unquote, black culture. And if you do not participate, you are seen as a sellout. You are seen as, quote unquote, whitewash. You are seen as problematic. And if you call it out, God forbid you call it out.
So mainstream black culture is graduating from college and celebrating. I'm happy that that's mainstream black culture. I'm happy. Celebrating and graduating from college and being educated. That's mainstream black culture. I'll take it.
You are a sellout. That's right, folks. We have to sit back and watch this and watch the scene you guys saw in the very beginning of this video and say to ourselves, this is normal behavior. This is civilized behavior. This is functional behavior. Now, I'm not.
What's wrong with celebrating at a graduation? Because white people said there's something wrong with it. White people complaining about it. This is the same thing. This is how we always have the problems we have. Every time black people do something, there's always, and then white people attack it just because black people are doing it. We always got a group of people who try to come and intellectualize the attack. It's the same thing with the so-called ghetto names. Same thing. I was just thinking about that the other day because I saw something on I think I saw something on Instagram or whatever because I was checking the Instagram because of this bozo, by the way. Yeah. It's the same thing. Every time black people do something, white people attack it, and then we have a bunch of bozos come and try to intellectualize why it's actually bad, why it's actually not a good thing. Do you know that white people celebrate at graduations too? They turn up, they play music, they get crazy, they celebrate themselves. Mind you, this is after the graduation. The graduation is over. It's over. It's over. This is not why they trying to conduct the ceremony. People like, forget this ceremony. Let's turn up. Like, come on now. This got to stop. Like, this got to stop.
I'm not going for it. I am not going for it. And some folks out there are pissed off that, this phrase of black fatigue is being used. So, we could switch it up. We could say ghetto fatigue. Right? We got that. We can do.
That's another thing where these bozos keep trying to remix racist terminology by switching black out for ghetto. This is the same thing. Back to the names. Black names. Those were attacks against black people and against their names. And here come bozos. Oh, they not attacking black names. The issue is ghetto names. Oh, it's not about, they don't hate black people. They hate ghetto people. This is a lie. This is a lie. They do this. They promote this nonsensical lie every time. Same thing over and over and over again. Try to intellectualize racism against black people. Disgusting.
Maybe a variation of that. Ghetto tiredness, ghetto exhaustion, right? Ninja tiredness. We can go with that one. How does that work? We're tired. We're tired. And the only way it changes is to tell the damn truth. This is not necessary. It's really not. But again, that's what.
Again, this is after the graduation. I graduated. I've been to several graduations. If you go to an area and it's all their people in that area, they blasting music, they turning up. The graduation is over. I done been to graduations. We done dance. We done had music after it was over. This is over. The ceremony is over. We won. It's the same. What is the difference between this and when people throw their caps up in the air to celebrate? Graduation's over. Everybody throw their caps up in the air. Everybody hugging. Everybody celebrating and all that other stuff. The only thing different is that they don't play music. Matter of fact, they play music, but they don't play music that people could dance to. That's the only thing different. See, if you wasn't uneducated, you would know that. If you actually been to graduations, you know that. Every time the graduation is over, people throw their hats up in the air, their caps up in the air. First, they switch it from the tassel from one side to the other. And then the graduation is over. They throw the caps up in the air and everybody turn up and celebrate. Everybody turn up and celebrate. Like, come on. Disgusted.
The culture promotes. If you don't have just a hint of ratchet, a hint of ghetto in there, it's not considered a part of the quote-unquote culture. Now, what you see behind me here is a display of scholars.
The statue of the Sacred Heart.
Exactly. They want to police black celebration. They want to police black celebration. Matter of fact, let's listen.
Of Jesus. And
we cannot keep getting mad at the stereotypes against us and then the same breath try to justify the ratification of our review. I almost defended this because
look, he just turned away from it. Them people throw their caps up in the air just like everybody else, and they was gonna dance and celebrate. It's just that they can't dance like we can dance. Remember, a lot of white people can't dance. That's a stereotype, but a lot of white people can't dance. So a lot of their stuff is not oriented around dancing. Like, that's the difference. When we turn up and we celebrate, we dancing. When they turning up and they celebrating, they mainly making sounds. They hooting and hollering. Is that civilized? Hooting and howling like a cave person? Like you in a cave? Throwing your cap and hooting and hollering and bouncing around. Is that civilized? Like, you see how he cut that off, right? Inquiring minds want to know. Is that civilized? Oh, shout out to RBG for the win. Thank you for coming through. And you came through with a great comment. A lot of these, because it's not just, FBA is not just anti-black immigrant. It's also colorist, and it's also anti-intellectual and pseudo-intellectual at that. They hate black, and they also gender warriors. They hate black women because, again, black women are the most educated group in the country. Like let's say, for example, if them black girls would have did the same thing that those white girls would have did, he would have called them ghetto for that. Like, oh, why y'all throwing the caps around after y'all graduate and y'all hugging on each other, jumping around, bouncing around, making monkey noises, hooting and hollering, jumping and grabbing on each other like you ain't got no sense, making monkey noises. Disgusting.
At least it's black people celebrating an achievement. But then I remembered that black kids are graduating without the ability to read. Only a third of Madison.
Hey, look. See? Now he switched the subject. Because you see how he showed the two groups, right? And then he cut it off before you could really see the white girls turning up. And then he's saying, well, I was going to defend this behavior until I realized that a lot of black kids are graduating and can't read. That's two different issues. People graduating that shouldn't be graduating and people celebrating at a graduation is two different things. It's two different things. Like, I was just about to click off this. I'm happy I didn't because I could talk about this issue. Who is this? I know Hinduism is a religion. I know that. Shout out to you for that comment. But again, they referring to Hinduism just like people would refer to Jewishism. Like I said, Jewishism. Oh, excuse me. Judaism. That's a religion. But when we talk about Jews, we talk about them as if they are an ethnic group. And Hindus, for all extensive purposes, might as well be an ethnic group in America. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I can't believe that. You heard me? I'm making moves major when I said Jewishism. I said, oh no, Judaism. I said Jewishism. Ridiculous. But yeah, let's keep it going.
Academy students can proficiently read, and yet their graduation rate is 95%. So all this gyrating and twerking is for a participation diploma as we send these kids into society without basic skill sets. And I'm sorry, but systemic racism isn't even necessary to hold us back.
See, look, everybody's just like, when you watch the footage, it's everybody just turning up, celebrating together. This is something that you will see at many graduations.
And this is the system that we're choosing to support. It's
Even in
ghetto and using our platform.
I don't even have to worry about that. Police the niggas in our community. We let niggas do everything.
Oh man, this is another bozo. I saw him on Soft White Underbelly. I didn't even watch it. This guy is a total bozo. I just saw a little clip of it and I'm like, all right, this is blacks versus niggas shit. I can get off this. I can get off the blacks versus niggas shit. Because you know, these are the type of bozos and their message is promote. That's how we get racist laws that hurt all black people. Like the blacks versus niggas crowd was one of the biggest supporters of the 94 crime bill. Something that they cry about now. The blacks versus niggas crowd was one of the people who helped bring in saggy pants laws, which a black man died as a result of, by the way. Matter of fact, I'm going to see if I can find that video. I'm gonna rewind this bozo a little bit, and I'm going to see if I can find it.
Do you think because you've been broke that you know what it feels like to be black? No, you don't. You've just been poor. Niggas ruin everything for black people. The main reason for why black people have so many problems is because we don't police the niggas in our community. We let niggas do whatever the fuck they want, and guess what? They have a blank check to do whatever the fuck they want. There's no consequences for being a nigga in the black community. Everything within the black community is destroyed by these people. They do nothing, they offer nothing, they provide nothing of any value. And guess what? We let them do it with no fucking consequence. And in the moment you criticize them, you're wrong for doing so. When someone like myself makes a distinction between black people and niggas, we get called coons, Uncle Toms, or say that we're less than black. I think what makes you less than black is allowing the people to give you the poor representation, the poor image that we have, a pedestal and a platform to speak, while silencing people who call them out. Black people spend more time silencing and deplatforming people who are honest about the problems that we have than sitting back and deplatforming people who bring us such a poor image and poor representation. It's truly ass fucking backwards.
So, if me not being down with that ghetto, ratchet BS means I'm not black, then how about how are you, buddy? I just want to be black then. They're about to open a little white man, I guess they're white folk glasses. And call me Chuck. If being black means I got to be like them fools. I ain't studying y'all. I'm going to say this that I've said before, and I'm going to say it again. Black people that's listening to me right now, I'm talking black people. Malcolm X loving black people. Respectful of others' rights, black people. Them type of people. You know, black people that respect others, white, Chinese, Asian, whatever. We respect all that respect us. You know, the black people that work hard for what they want, don't beg, ain't waiting for the government to come through and help us out. We out here getting it ourselves. You know, black people, like me. To the black people that take care of their kids and their families, their wives, or whoever that's dependent on them, their husbands, or whoever. To the black people that keep their community clean, safe, stay out of trouble, raise their kids right. You know, to the black people.
Shut up. We got to get off this. Oh, shout out to Flame for coming through with the 5. Much appreciated. Let me see. Oh, no. You didn't marry. You didn't marry no FBA man. FBA is a hate cult. FBA is a hate cult. You married a Black American man. You married a Native Black American man, African American man, but you did not marry a FBA. FBA is a hate cult. It's not a lineage. It's not an ethnicity. It's not a people. It's a trademark hate cult. We just went over that before you came in here. It is not a people. But shout out to you. Shout out to you. Thank you. And thank you for the 5. But yeah, I'm trying to find the saggy pants case where the dude died. He got arrested at the gas station and died. I'm trying to find that. I'm going to let this bozo keep going a little bit, but I'm trying to find that.
I want to say, I love y'all. Y'all are who I rock with. You are who I represent. Who I want to be like. Who I want to be around. But I want to say, fuck the kid that got it good. Bye.
That was corny. That didn't make no sense. Matter of fact, let me switch it to this. Let me see. I'm trying to find the guy who died. He got arrested at the gas station. I remember that because I covered that story. I can't remember his name. He got arrested at the gas station and he died. Let me see. Shout out to everybody in the building. Thank you for rocking with me. Dad, I can't find it. It was a brother too. It was a sad story. He got arrested at a gas station for saggy pants because of saggy pants laws, and he died in jail. Died in jail. I gotta go look for that. I'll probably cover it another time. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me see something real quick. Speaking of Haitians, let's see what Megyn Kelly had to say about Haitians, and let's see Tariq agree with it. Because again, is that bozo still in the building? Who said I didn't know what I was talking about? Is he still in the building? I want to know. Let's get to this.
And look, this has been going on for over a dozen years. Go home. Get out. We know our country's better than yours. That's because we filled it with our work ethic and our culture and our values. You being here only dilutes it for us, those who built it and live it. And half of you people, more than half of you, won't assimilate. We don't want you. We don't care if you're offended. Get out. Go home. Go back to Haiti. Sorry.
Again, only talking about Haitians, nobody else. And the funny part is contradiction. 1 minute you don't want them, next minute you're crying about them not assimilating. It can't be both. It can't be we don't want you here, get out. And then also when you were here, you didn't assimilate. When you already had this energy of not wanting them there. It can't be both. It can't be both. It can't be both. This is the FBA playbook right here, through and through. We don't want you here. And we also mad about you not assimilating when you're here. Like nonsense. Exactly. Megyn Kelly, go back to Europe. Because we don't even know where you came from.
I'm thinking about our friends in Ohio who've been dealing with these TPS Haitians for years now, who are drunk driving all over their towns and killing people. This is the whole cats and dogs thing. Like, they don't want to live like Americans live. Again, the cats and dogs thing is fake. And the people of Springfield, Ohio are happy that the Haitians are there. The governor is happy, of Ohio is happy. The mayor is happy. Everybody's happy. The representatives in Congress, happy. Everybody's happy. We don't know what you just making up stuff. And this was supposed to be a temporary, it was supposed to be temporary help. And it's turned into another backdoor way of allowing someone permanent residency here. And they take advantage of all of our public services.
Speaking of the
wait, time out. You saying? That's that's what you meant. That's sad. Yeah, you gotta talk to your husband. Like he gonna follow Tariq off a cliff. He gonna follow Tariq off a cliff. Shout out to the visionary for coming through with another 199. Oh yeah, I forgot. We gotta go get to Tabitha Speaks. We probably do that right after this.
TPS status and the ramifications and Haitians getting sent back. Did y'all see Megyn Kelly? Oh, the white tea supremacist queen. Boy, Megyn Kelly went all the way in. Megyn Kelly was like, yeah, get out of here. Go back to effing Haiti. We don't want you here. Yeah, our culture, this and the other. She was going in. Boy, that hurt the spirit of a lot of these people. Boy, that right there, when Megyn Kelly went in, and Megyn Kelly's a white tea supremacist, you know. We're not surprised, but boy.
Yeah, but you celebrating her. You laughing. We hear you laughing and giggling like the little hoe you are, celebrating this. And she don't sound no different than y'all. That's another thing. You just did a whole video crying about Roland Martin, saying that y'all sound the exact same as white nationalists. And you just said Megyn Kelly is a white supremacist. Everything Megyn Kelly said, y'all be saying. Y'all FBA bozos say. So y'all no different. You just debunked your whole self. You just proved Roland Martin right by you sitting here right now playing that clip of Megyn Kelly. You can't be this stupid. You can be, and your audience is even stupider for following you.
She went in on the Haitians. That broke a lot of hearts.
That didn't break no hearts because nobody who's actually Haitian in America care about what Megyn Kelly got to say. See, that might have broke your heart if Megyn Kelly would have said black people in America need to go back to Africa. That would have definitely broke your heart. You would have been here crying till you can't cry no more, trying to explain how black people in America are more American than anybody else.
That broke a lot of hearts because remember, the Haitians and all these people were telling us ain't no racism. We just need to work hard. Not just the Caribbeans were telling us we complain about racism too much. It ain't racism. Y'all niggas need to pull yourself up by your bootstraps. I came over from the Caribbean with $2 and I work hard. And if you work hard and stop worrying about racism, you can overcome. Okay. Well, Megyn just went in on y'all. They ain't got nothing to say about that. Damn. And now they look at us. Did you hear what she said? Did you hear? No. I'm a dirty black American, remember? I'm a dirty black American. And yeah, you told me wasn't no racism, so I didn't hear nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm over here trying to work hard. So I want y'all to understand.
See? Lies. When has Haitians as a group said stuff like that? When have you ever seen that the majority of Haitian people in America said that racism isn't real and black people just need to work harder? When have you ever seen that or heard that? You just making stuff up.
Understand something? See, a lot of these folks who are getting deported up out of here and whose family is in jeopardy of getting deported, see, they fell for the model minority con game these folks ran on your ass. Oh, y'all sat up there falling for that model minority con game. Let's open it up, y'all. Let's open it up. Yeah, they were saying we got a victim mentality. We ain't no racism. We need to stop whining about the white man. And see, the model minority myth that they applied to Haitians and other Caribbeans, it wasn't about no genuine respect or elevation. See, y'all thought these people were really y'all.
So when was Haitians a part of the model minority? Like, come on now. You just be saying anything. Everybody know the model minority is Asians.
Y'all let them gas your head up. Y'all sat your ass up here and let them gas you up. And then they flip on you. We told you that, but y'all told us, no, they're white people like me. They like my whack ethic. They love me. They don't love you niggas. See, they were weaponizing you to discipline us. You see, that whole illusion of being better, harder working black, they dangle that in front of you. And they didn't give you no real power, but they just wanted you to be a wedge. You understand? So now the wake-up call is happening. You see? You getting your damn wake-up call. See, the Megyn Kelly types, they would pull these people in the back room and gas their head up. They would get these melanated immigrants and tell them, you're not like, you're special. You're special, Toussaint. You're different. You're more capable than those foundationals over there. They start flattering your ass.
Nobody used the term foundational. You just made that up. We about to get off this. Like, again, we already see that you defended Megyn Kelly. You attacking black immigrants. Like, we can go move on to something more productive. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Pumping you up and you start believing it. See, the thing is with us, they would tell us negative stuff about Africans and Caribbeans, but we would check them. We don't, and still to this day, even though we delineated out, we don't sit around white tea supremacists just caca and kikiing and denigrating nobody.
Yes, y'all do. Yes, y'all do. Remember, Tariq, you denigrate black immigrants so much that the white nationalists tried to pay you to come on their show and do it. You forgot you said that? You forgot that y'all waving the red, white, and blue, saying that's black people colors when that was never black people colors? Y'all forgot y'all been doing all this?
We don't denigrate Africans around. We don't sit with them denigrating nobody. What we're not doing is putting the cape on for you. So when they're doing it, we ain't jumping up with the cape. We're letting you fight your own battles. Remember, you whack hide. So we're letting you whack hide. Because we would step up and say, hey, no, don't say that about those cats. Don't say that. No. Don't say that he's primitive and no, don't do that. That's not cool. We would check them. But on the flip side, when they get you in a room, hey, Mdugu, those black Americans, boy, they're so lazy. I know they are so lazy, right? I am nothing like them. I ate those niggas too. Y'all sit up there agreeing with them. You see, that's the damn difference right there. See, y'all sat there and agreed with them when they were denigrating us. Now that they're throwing you under the bus, we ain't putting the cape on. Oh, no. Oh, you thought you were special when they were pumping your head up.
Exactly. Anybody can see it. Like I already said, Haitians are the most hated group of black people in America. It's always been that way. Even going back to slavery times, it was that way. Like again, you're right. Shout out to the boogeyman in the building. Yeah, Tariq would have no content because again, what would he talk about? What would he talk about? That's good. That's good that you stop supporting them. That's good. Do good. And you're not gonna get any reply. You're not gonna get any reply. Like, why would they respond to that? Like, because again, they have no answers. Not no good answers, by the way. Shout out to everybody in the building. Oh, shout out to Vegeta in the building. Yeah, exactly. Let's keep it going.
You understand? See, they were letting you be a buffer class. See, and what happened, ladies and gentlemen, this delineation movement, it destroyed the playbook. See, there was the whole game shifted because, see, foundational Black Americans, man, we delineated. We drew a hard, unapologetic line in the sand regarding lineage, history, our justice claim in this nation. Foundational Black Americans disrupted the old dynamic. We stopped allowing our unique identity to be blended into some monolithic Black category. And because foundational Black Americans are now successfully standing on our specific lineage, that old tactic of swapping in an immigrant to speak for us, to undermine us, that don't work no more.
Like, Tariq, come on now. Like, immigrants have been some of our biggest voices and helpers for Black progress in this land. You do know literally Black pride came to this land via news of the Haitian Revolution. There was no such thing as Black pride in America before the Haitian Revolution. You do know that, right? All the Black people who did have pride in this nation got that pride by learning about the Haitian Revolution. And then Marcus Garvey came and then taught Black people pride on a large scale, on just being proud to be Black, period. That's like literally the origin of Black pride in this country. Black pride, Black people feeling like they are somebody, they more than just being slaves and they could do something for self. That's where all that come from. No other place. There's no other place. Like, that built us. Because remember, there's nation building and then there's state building. That was the nation building of Black America. That pride, that sense that we are somebody. We have accomplished things. That's why the Black identity stayed racial. Because a lot of times when people used to teach Black people that they have history and they could be proud of something, they had to point outside of the country. They had inside of the country to point to, so they had to point outside of the country. They had to point to Haiti. They had to point to Kemet. They had to point to Ethiopia. That's the source. That's the origin.
That playbook has been neutralized. You understand? Notice right after the Carmelo thing, what did they do? They got a bunch of these tethers trying to do the dirty work. All these tethers popped out. Carmelo is
he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose. The boogeyman, $100 to not talk about Black immigrants. Nah, he can make $1,000 that live stream talking about Black immigrants. So why would he not talk about them? And look at him lying right now, claiming that Black immigrants are the ones running around attacking Carmelo Anthony and saying he's guilty and he's bad. Mind you, he has not said anything about Charleston White selling watermelon felon shirts and a bunch of Black Americans defending that. He hasn't said a word about that. But somehow it's this mythical group of Black immigrants that I haven't seen that's doing that.
guilty. I am Black, and as a Black person, I am saying Carmelo was guilty. And we're saying, no, you ain't of our culture. You are tether. You don't represent us. Go sit your ass over there with the white people. Your shit don't work on us no more, sir. You ain't of the lineage. We're doing.
He's just lying. Like, this is adults who listen to this. He's lying. He's just making stuff up. Shout out to WT in the building.
Background checks, none of that is working. And now that won't work no more, that expired utility, that leads to discardment, ladies and gentlemen. See, in a system built on white supremacy, you are only as valuable as your utility. For decades, the utility of these melanated immigrants was to act as a foil against foundational Black Americans, ladies and gentlemen. They've been using tethers on our ass for the longest. That's why in politics, they keep elevating these tethers, and we're neutralizing that too. Because now we're checking their backgrounds and we're saying we don't want none of these people representing us. You understand? We don't want none of them representing us. The Congressional Black Caucus, none of them. We're openly saying that these people don't represent us. Kamala, get her up out of here. Obama, get him up out of here. Westmore, get him up out of here. Byron Donalds, get him up out of here. That's why they're losing now. in these elections. You see, and that's why the Democrats keep trying to denigrate our lineage. Because it ain't working for the Democrats or the Republicans or anybody. And the Democrats really need us to be this generic voting bloc that we're not going to be no more. You know? So, see, the white supremacist power structure, they look at that immigrant buffer class and you see that tool is no longer working. When that tool don't work no more, it gets discarded. That's why Megyn Kelly just took the mask off.
Megyn Kelly never had a mask on. This is the same woman who literally like had a heart attack about a black Santa Claus. See, you just making stuff up. You're just making stuff up. And you are literally claiming right now that Trump racist ass went after Haitians because black people are saying that they delineate and they're not letting black immigrants speak for them no more. Like, that don't even make any sense. We got to get off this. We got to get off this. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got to get off this. Do I let him talk for like 2 more minutes or do we go to Tabitha speak? Let me know in the chat. Put 1 to let him keep going. Put 2 to move on.
Her anti-Haitian rant, that wasn't just a glitch in the matrix. That was the establishment taking the mask off. A lot of these Haitians and other people, they were in absolute shock seeing how these people really feel about them. They thought their proximity to whiteness and their willingness to distance themselves from foundational black Americans would protect them. And Kelly, she said, hey, you're diluting our population. Go back. She went.
Oh, we got a bunch of 2s. We out. Shout out to everybody for their 2. I ain't seen not 1. Shout out to the 2s in the building. We out of here. Deuces. Okay, we go on to Tabitha speak. I think this is the video. I think this is the one. Matter of fact, let me see it. Let me see. Is it this one right here? This is the one where she went full xenophobe? It got to be that one because I see her showing Megyn Kelly. Yeah, it got to be this one. It got to be this one. Yeah, we're going to go to this one.
This is the time for all of us to raise our voices and to say this country is also our country, is also the country of our immigrants, because we are the one who built it.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Immigrants built America. That America is an immigrant nation. What is it? 90% of the people in America are of immigrant background. They built the nation. Like, I don't know why I keep saying this. White people who came here built the nation. There is no America without white people. They were immigrants. Like, I don't get what you not understanding. The founding fathers and their ancestors came from somewhere else. They're the ones who literally built the United States of America as a nation. They're the one who founded it, everything. I don't get what this nonsense is where people think because you was a slave somewhere, you built it. You the only person who could claim you built something. That's not how that worked. There are people who could say, I built this skyline. They didn't lift not one, they didn't do not one shoveling of dirt. They didn't put one beam up. But they the ones who decided that the skyline gonna look like this. They the ones who greenlit it. They the ones who paid for it. They built it. And if they can say they built it, people who worked on it could also say that they built it too. This nonsense that somehow, some way, that America was just built by black people who were slaves and forced to build it. Those are the only people who built the nation. That's nonsense. But we got to keep it. We're gonna let her keep going. Because again, they're gonna say that's not fair. She didn't speak. Let her say her piece. Shout out to That's Amazing in the building. For the 5.
Listen, I know that passions are running high. I know that the Haitian community is hurt. They are angry. They are afraid. I get all of the emotions. But no, you did not build this country. My enslaved ancestors built this country.
Like I said, mind you, she said immigrants. She didn't just say Haitian. She said immigrants. And again, you black people are not the only people who built in America. And again, what did black people build in America? They built it against their will and they never got the benefit from it. Nobody ever got reparations for all that slave labor. They never got to fully benefit from America. Even to this day, black people are not fully American. We even going backwards. We in Jim Crow right now. This is nonsense. Immigrants did build the country. Like again, you can say, all right, a lot of the foundational work that was done in America, no pun intended, was done by the enslaved. But again, they were slaves. They were forced to do it. They didn't come here to do this. They didn't work on their own. They were enslaved and they were forced to do it. And they weren't the only people doing stuff. We got to stop acting like every scrap of infrastructure in America was built by enslaved people. That is not true. That is false. And again, you don't have no superiority over somebody who came to America and built in America on their own muscle, because your ancestors were enslaved and forced to build somebody else's stuff that they still living off today. And all you could do is cry about it. Again, black people have not been properly compensated, not even compensated at all for none of the work they did. This nonsense that somehow only enslaved people built it. You got to stop saying that. America's an immigrant nation. I know that hurt to say that, but it is. It's an immigrant nation. Most of the stuff built in America, especially in modern day, was built by immigrants. The country itself exists because of immigrants. The founding fathers are immigrants. They're not from here. They're from Europe. They came here and they built. And they made black people build for them. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. This is weak.
You came after they did all of the work. You came and was able to partake in the fruits of their labor.
That's still building, because although the country wasn't built, that's still building. That's like if I laid because I worked construction before, by the way. If I laid a foundation of a house, you laid the foundation. You can't discredit somebody who did the drywall. You can't just discredit the plumber. You can't discredit the electrician. You can't discredit the person who put the roof on the house by saying, well, I built the foundation. You're not the only person who built this house. You're not the only one. You cannot talk down on nobody else. The person who did the tiling and the person who did the drywalling, the person who painted, the person who, again, built the frame of the house. You can't discredit all of them because you simply laid down the foundation of the house. Like, y'all keep making it seem like by somebody saying that we built America too, that's a direct attack on black people, when it's not. They never once discredit the work that black people did. They just celebrating the work that they did. Again, when I was working, I was mainly doing drywalling. By me pointing to a house that I drywalled on and saying, hey, I help build that house. That's not me taking away from none of the work that the carpenters did, none of the work that the electricians did, the plumbers did, the gardeners did, the landscapers, the roofers. That's not me taking away none of their accomplishments. I'm just pointing out that, yeah, I built that house. I helped build that house. And it's so funny that I never got this energy when white people say that they built the country and they totally discredit any work that black people did. How many white people will not even give black people the basic credit of saying, yeah, a lot of that slave work y'all did help the economy. They discredit it completely. They'd be like, what? You built what? Like, all you did was pick a little bit of cotton. You didn't build anything. This is not your land. They say that shit all the time, and they never get this type of energy or response from none of these FBA bozos. Never. Somebody simply pointing out that immigrants did, in fact, help build America elicit this visceral response from them every time. Every time. Every time. For no reason. All this vitriol for somebody just pointing out that immigrants did, in fact, help build America. But again, when people like Trump and them say that, I'm not going to say Trump, I'm going to just say white nationalists in general, to discredit black people by saying when we say that we built America. They be telling us that this is not even our country. We outsiders. We haven't even assimilated in the country yet. But never this type of vitriol, never this type of going back and forth. There's plenty of white people who are famous and positions of power who will argue down that this is a white man's country, that white people build it, and y'all never go this hard. Never, ever, ever. Never. Shout out to the visionary for the 199. It don't just belong to the Native Americans too. It do belong to black people too, because again, some Native Americans participated in our enslavement. So again, you participated and you helped keep us slaves on this land. So we are a part of the land now. We are part of the land. You can't participate in the process of bringing people here to buy them for slaves and making them work the land and keeping them as slaves and think that that this just belonged to you. That's why, again, I heard somebody say this before a long time ago, that even if every immigrant had to leave America, black people whose ancestors were enslaved in this country would not have to leave. And Native Americans would have to just try to figure something out and talk about that. But again, shout out to you for that. Shout out to you for that. But yeah, let's keep it going.
I saw this video over on the Woke Gardeners YouTube channel, and I was like, what did she say? This makes the third one that I've seen, which means there are conversations. These lies are being told within the immigrant community, and it doesn't matter on where the immigrant comes from. They are all thinking that they built this country. Zohran Mamdani, Shabuzi, and now this woman.
Again, you just named a bunch of Democrats and you named a bunch of black immigrants. I'm pretty sure a simple Google search, you could find white immigrants, the descendants of white immigrants, Republicans who say white people built this nation. This is their nation, and completely and go out of their way disrespect the contributions of black Americans in this country. But again, no type of video, no type of pushback to that. You wouldn't dare go to nobody white page and say, oh, y'all saying y'all built America, but what about all the cotton my ancestors picked? You wouldn't dare do that. They'll laugh you out the room. They'll laugh you out the room. Shout out to That's Amazing for coming through with another 5. But yeah, let's keep this going. Let's keep this going. Because this is crazy. This is crazy.
No, y'all did not build this country. Y'all were able to come to this country off of the backs, the blood, the sweat, the tears, the deaths of Black Americans' enslaved ancestors. Period.
That's a lie. So black people being enslaved is what opened the door for black immigrants to come here, or it's opened the door for Asian immigrants to come here. Mind you, Asian immigrants were already in the country while slavery was going on. Mexican immigrants were already in the country while the slavery was going on. Matter of fact, I wouldn't even say Mexican immigrants because we took that part of Mexico and made it America, and they was just still here. But Mexicans was in America during slavery. Did we open the door for them to come here? You do know the United States of America, the U.S. government itself was bringing black immigrants here, right? To America by the tens of thousands. They were being brought here or invited to come here. Like, that's another FBA lie that somehow there was only white people in America and black people and a little bit of Native Americans. And black people fought and said, no, you need to let people of color in this country too. And then that's how everybody got here. That's a myth. That's a myth.
And then y'all came here and disrespected black.
All right. I don't know who told me that she went full FBA, but she definitely is. So now you're saying that black immigrants, or just immigrants, I'm just going to speak for black immigrants, came to America, and after FBA brought them here, and then now they disrespect them and just attack them. Again, our biggest leaders were people who you would call black immigrants. Some of the people who got us the farthest we ever gotten were people who you would call black immigrants. Like for every one black immigrant who you say being disrespectful, or even if you say for every 100, we got a Constant Baker Motley. We got a Kwame Ture. We got a Marcus Garvey. We got a Harry Belafonte. We got a CeCe Tyson. We got a Sidney Poitier. We got a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. We got a Beyonce. And the list go on. That was worth it. If we gotta accept 100 no name, nobody black immigrants who say, I don't like black people and I love white people, and in exchange, that opens the door for us to get again, a Constance Baker Motley, then I take that. I'll take that. I'll take that. Every trip, I'll take that. But again, it's not even that. It's not even 100 to 1. Like I said before, there is no analytics behind this nonsense that black immigrants came to America and just attack and disrespect black people. Especially if you're talking about people from the Caribbean. There's no analytic. There's nothing to this. Nothing. It's only anecdotes. No analytics. Shout out to That's Amazing for coming through with another 5. You said Tariq is crying right now? That's good. That's good. We might even check that out after this.
Americans in their own country. Please don't get down in my comment section and say, no, we don't think that way about our black American brothers and sisters. There are several within all of these immigrant communities that do not respect black Americans and their contributions to the.
He just said it's several. It's several people. Okay, it's several. Who cares? Several is not a majority. Several is not all. And again, there's several black people in America who disrespect black immigrants all the time. They don't make up the majority. See, this is the nonsense. Because if somebody says, I don't like black Americans because they was calling me African booty scratcher, y'all will be quick to say, well, that was only a little bit. That was only a little bit of people. And that was mainly just children. That wasn't everybody. But then you'll turn around and be like, well, I heard several black immigrants say that they don't like black people in America. So now I'm going to use that as carte blanche to just attack black immigrants across the board. That don't even make sense. Y'all don't even have that kind of mentality for white people. White people as a collective has been denigrating and attacking and killing and harming black people for 500 years straight. But you would never use that as carte blanche to just say, I hate whitey. White people are the enemy. To just talk down on white people in general. Y'all would never do that. I wouldn't advocate for nobody to do that. But again, if you're going to do this to black immigrants or immigrants, then you definitely got to keep that same energy with white people. Talking about several. How about the white majority? Like, this is nonsense.
This country, they don't respect black Americans enough to educate themselves on black American history. To get up on that public platform and say that Haitians built this country is this.
She said immigrants. And immigrants, again, did build the country. You see how you just trying to make it about Haitians? Like, disgusting. Well, we got a comment in the building. See, I'm about to block you because, again, you just said black immigrants are not innocent. What do you mean they not innocent? I just said that, yeah, there may be several black immigrants who don't like black people in America for whatever reason, whether they don't like them because of something they saw on TV, something white people told them, something they experienced in their own life, or they just don't like them because they're a hateful person. That's no excuse to just attack black immigrants. And like I said, where's that energy for white people? Where that energy at? Where that energy at for the slave master? All this energy for immigrants who just simply state in a fact that they did in fact help build America. All this vitriol for them, but no vitriol for the slave master who made your ancestors build the foundation of America and had the foundation of America built upon them, and then get no credit, didn't get no compensation, and only thing they got to show for that was Jim Crow. Then they left, then we got out of Jim Crow, now we back into Jim Crow. Can't make that up. And Haitians did, in fact, help build this country. You forgot Chicago, the third largest city by population, but really the second largest because LA just started incorporating all these suburbs into their city to give themselves the boost. But Chicago, that city, our major city, one of the top 3 cities in this country, was founded by a Haitian, built up by a Haitian. I think that counts as building the country. Oh, look, somebody just came through with a comment. That just said what I just said. Just came through. That's how true it is. $350. Exactly. 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 Exactly, the visionary. Exactly. What did you say? No, I didn't watch this video. We watching it just now. We debunking it as we go through. So what you claiming? Let me see something real quick. You claiming that she got a bunch of clips of black immigrants talking down? Oh yeah, she got a bunch of clips. So what? I can do that too. I can put together a bunch of clips of people talking down on black immigrants. Now what? Now what? Does that justify, would that justify black immigrants saying they hate all black people in America, all black Americans? No, it wouldn't. This is anecdotal. And again, where is that energy for white people? Where is that energy? This is cowardice. The white man done had his foot on black people's neck. Not even the white man, the white race. Remember, the first time black people got brought to this land was brought here as enslaved Africans. And we got brought here in 1526. It is now 2026. And that same white majority has had their foot on our neck that whole 500-year time span. A half a millennia. So where that energy at? No, it's not true. An anecdote is not true. You can't attack a group of people based on an anecdote. See, this is the same logic y'all using to attack black immigrants. Y'all just vindicated white people for attacking black people. So if a white person show a video of a black person committing a crime, could put together a compilation of videos of black people committing crimes, does that now justify black on white people saying that the black race is criminal? Does that justify that? Let me know. Let me know. Because I definitely could put together a chimp out compilation. Let me see if I can find that right now. Let me see if I can find a video called Chimp Out Compilation. Because let me see if we could find that right now. Oh, look, I found a bunch of playlists of that's called Black People Chimping Out. Let me see. Let me see this. Yeah, let's go to that. Let's go to that. Let's go to that. We got we got that. Let's get back to this. Let's go to this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me see if I can find your comment. Oh, we found this comment. Now we're gonna have this comment up as we play, as we go through this. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's go. This is the Chimp Out compilation.
We have more breaking news right now. Dozens of minors detained following a disturbance at a mall in Carson. News Chopper 4 was over that scene around 8 tonight and saw dozens of police cars.
NBC4's Christian Gusset saw some of them being detained firsthand. He joins us live now from the South Bay Plaza with an update. Christian.
Well, I can tell you that several trash cans were lit on fire, according to the LA County Sheriff's Department. They also tell me they're looking into a series of retail theft incidents here at the mall. But I want to tell you, we are located right now on the east part of the mall between JCPenney and Target. And you can see here behind me, there's still a very heavy presence from law enforcement.
Wait, time out. Let me go back to Tabitha Speak video real quick by myself and see. Let me count because they said she got a compilation. So let me count this compilation. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think that's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, all right. She got like about 20 videos. That's good. That's good. Now we already started at video number 1. Let's go to her second video with the chimp out. Let's go to
On October 22nd, 2022, authorities dispatched officers to a Target grocery store in response to a report about a customer causing a disturbance. The incident involved a cart of groceries for which the customer wanted Target to make reparations.
All right. Somebody got hit. Oh, we got a chimp out about reparations. Oh, shout out to Black Adam for coming through with the 5. Thank you. Much appreciated. Exactly. Generalization for thee and not for me. Generalizations for thee and not for me. Exactly. Let's keep it going. We on video 2, right? This one about reparations, right? Let's get to it.
I was like, you said something to get
If they don't have the
right there.
Hello. Hey, what's up? Where's right over there? Thank you for coming. No problem. So, who got hit in the face? I think our security teammate. Okay, and who hit him? They guessed that he currently has it. 21 safe fire.
4487, 27, 4421, repeat.
Safe for fire. So what happened? She.
Okay, you seem secure at 2046.
Okay. Came up. I tried to.
Cafe counter, asking her to make reparations regarding her.
Car 4 David 31.
Okay.
In front of the big lot, 825 Main. Escape for suspicion.
According to the manager's statement, a cashier called over the manager where the suspect was kind of whispering, asking her to make reparations regarding her groceries of over $1,000. The manager told the suspect that if she wanted a donation, she needed to call in the morning. This response led the suspect to become verbally aggressive, screaming, and forcing the manager to back into the cafe counter. A security staff member intervened and told the suspect to calm down before the suspect began backing him into the security office while screaming.
Let's
In
go
February 2024,
go to the third chimp out.
9 mass teenagers in a mini.
Yeah, remember, we just saw like 20 videos from the tablet speaker. I ain't play them, but yeah, let's go. Let's see if we can find 20 videos so we can do what Tabitha Speaks did.
Van rolled up to a luxury car dealership to carry out a burglary in Waukesha, Wisconsin. The group forced open a garage door to enter the dealership. Inside, they pried open a key lock box and located the vehicles associated with the keys. Shortly after, one of the vehicles crashed through a garage door, making way for 8 other vehicles to escape. It is estimated that over $583,000 worth of luxury cars were stolen, including Land Rovers, BMWs, Jaguars, and Porsches. Minutes later, dispatch received a call about several new luxury cars without plates pulling into a gas station in West Allis, Wisconsin. The caller reported seeing 8 young black males and 1 black female, all in black sweatsuits and masks, quickly entering the gas station. Additionally, local law enforcement had been monitoring several car dealership burglaries targeting high-end vehicles throughout southeastern Wisconsin.
Oh, that
she's pulling off.
Get out! Get out of the car! Get out of the car! Wait, hey! You hey, stop!
On March 26, 2024, a Santa Rosa County, Florida deputy attempts to initiate a traffic stop on a vehicle for speeding, but the female suspect refuses to comply.
Stop your vehicle! Stop your vehicle, or I will pit you out! Stop the vehicle!
10-4. We're pulling over now. Combination by Trump Boulevard.
Oh, let's go to the next one.
You're laughing?
I am laughing.
You're
fucking laughing?
You gonna come up to me?
You're fucking laughing. Are you gonna come up to me? You're smiling? You're smiling? You're fucking smiling, right?
Get the fuck out that place.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
On April 4, 2023, Broward County, Florida Sheriff's deputies are called to a Motel 6 where a female guest has reportedly been causing problems for days.
What's the latest?
Crazy lady from yesterday.
Which one? The one that was arguing with the fat dude? What room is she at?
She on 138. Her daughter just came though. Hopefully you're gonna do her paper.
Okay.
Oh.
The federal bureau, here I come, baby.
Perfect. Now you're going to jail.
On February 25th, 2024, police responded to a hotel in reference to a subject trying to repo a U-Haul truck. They'll be shocked by what happens next.
Left his shop. If there was a problem at 5 o'clock, we just left his shop. 5 o'clock. He said we could come get that. He put that on there just now. So if there was a problem, you would have told us then. He took my $220 and everything.
That's a whole different rental. The truck
Right,
has
but
nothing to do with me.
yeah,
I'm just here to recover. They just told me.
if the rental, if that is there,
Do you have anything saying you're recovering it, or?
do you have the paperwork?
I can give you the district
I'm on-
manager.
No, that's not the district manager. The district manager lives in Florida, not Texas. That's a Texas number. Yes, I'm on the phone with the lady now over here.
So what are you trying to retrieve?
He's trying to take all my stuff.
Truck and the trailer. Okay, just the truck or
Just the truck. The trailer's there. They
I
brought that.
don't need the trailer without the truck. That's what I told him. He hooked the trailer to the truck just now, less than 30 minutes
That
ago.
has nothing to do with the truck. Has nothing to do with me.
Exactly. So
Do
why
you have your rental agreement?
Why are you
I
trying
just
to take
recovered truck. It's just a
it? If it
coincidence
doesn't have
that
nothing to do
it's
with
a
it.
coincidence that you just rented it.
Just don't even argue with her. Do you mind going to get your rental agreement for me?
Well, I don't need the U-Haul, but here goes her reservation. He just told me that's an out-of-town truck. I said yes. I made reservations for Broward to bring it back. It's still active. Now I got 2 actives. I picked it up on the 19th, 28th.
Look at it real quick.
I just picked this one up right here from him.
So, yeah, drop off. That one says drop off on the 19th.
No.
Yeah, November 19th. Or, I mean, February 19th. When it's
No.
supposed to be dropped off at.
Contract.
It's right here. Look.
There's no open contract on that truck. You're not the main.
Yes, it is.
A woman goes insane at an airport when officers confront her about cutting in front of numerous people in the TSA line.
Hold on. Let's go talk. Come on.
Look, she's gonna want to help. Guys, doing all this talking when I could have been in front already. I did all that work. So if everybody got past us, we're not arguing about it. You're not going through the check.
Miss.
For what?
Listen.
Miss, I am
Can I
so
say
late.
something?
I want to
Can
go
I say
home,
something? Okay, I understand.
Oh.
Hey, how come we're back? I would love to stop coming over here. You don't listen though. What's going on? What's the problem? What? I didn't just roll up on you and decide to talk to you. Your mom is calling us so that we have to investigate and talk to the involved parties.
Oh.
Hello, I need someone to tell me what's going on.
Help me.
Late in the night on June 5th, 2021, officers from the Woodbury and Oakdale Police Department in Minnesota receive a slew of 911 calls about a drive-by shooting that took place in a residential neighborhood at a high school graduation party. Dispatch begins notifying officers of a white Tahoe that is potentially involved. Multiple officers patrol the area, while others secure the scene of the shooting and gather information.
Just carry him, guys.
Because I called you first and I got beat on. So what you want to do?
On April 13th, 2024, police responded to a dispute where a woman was threatening to make false accusations in order to get her boyfriend arrested.
On the evening of May 22nd, 2024, the Orlando Police Department responded to a call for service at the Orlando International Airport for a woman potentially causing a disturbance. The following shows the body-worn camera footage of what happened during the incident.
Is she being denied boarding? Is she being denied boarding?
Yes.
So she's being denied
I don't
boarding?
want to exit the plane.
Okay. So is she already on the plane?
Yeah, she just swam. She's not boarded. I didn't board her.
Is she on the jet bridge or is she on the plane?
Somewhere over there with the supervisor.
Oh, black immigrant on the police on black.
Which one?
Yeah. No, that's the supervisor.
I hear an accent.
Is she over there? Yeah.
Do not want to go back on no other plane. I'll be up at 12:20 in the morning.
Okay, do you have an ID on you? Because they're not even sure if you are who you say you are. Do you have ID on you?
I don't have is a passport.
On April 26, 2024, officers responded to a report of two individuals pulling weapons on each other at an apartment complex.
Hey, Ray Sean.
Yes, sir. Oh, here we go.
Oh, what's up, dog? Just keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up. Keep your hands up.
I'm on the phone with the police right now.
Nothing gonna happen to you, dog. Just keep your hands up.
I hope so, because the world about to end and somebody me.
Well, nobody's gonna do that.
I hope so, because they...
Go to the ground.
With my phone?
On the ground. All the way to the ground. Just don't reach down to your... Just go to your knees.
Where I'm going to jail?
Ray Sean, you're not going to jail, bro.
Grab it.
Want me to get it?
No, grab the gun. Please don't me, because I called the police. Okay. And that gun is registered.
Clear.
And whoever me, this world about to end right now.
We're not gonna you, bro.
No. You understand? No, we... Yeah.
We just
they right there.
We detaining you.
Hey, chill out.
Look, you don't wave. My phone's right there. Can I get my phone? Go up there, right? And I tell my manager, Matt, I think his name Matthew or Nathaniel or whatever. I don't know his real name, but you know how they go by. Can I stand up?
Like that, but you're hard. You're off with some type of drug. And everything.
Yeah, I don't know what the...
And you know, this mouth.
Oh, we got sovereign citizen action. This is the sovereign citizen stuff that Tariq was pushing at one point. Or Tariq gonna say, well, he wasn't pushing it. He was just platforming the people who was pushing it. Taj Tariq Bey, Sarir Bey. Let's see what's going on.
I'm also traveling in a foreign. I'm not traveling in a foreign capacity. This is a public highway, right? I'm in a private vehicle.
Driving in the state of Ohio on a public road is a privilege. Traveling on a public road paid with taxpayers' money is a privilege, which you're required to have an Ohio driver's license or a state driver's license. Buddy, listen, I'm not going to mess with it. You can either give me your driver's license or I'm going to get you out of the car and we'll place you under arrest. No, I'm recording right here. You can record it, but you're going to give me your driver's license. It's right there, buddy. Recording. It's red. It's red. It's flashing.
Now it's red.
All right, buddy.
What you're doing is illegal. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yes. What are you doing?
Nope.
Keep your hands up! Keep your hands up!
Keep your hands up!
On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground now! On the ground! On the ground!
Don't let him kill me! Don't let him kill me! Don't let him kill me!
Don't let him kill me! I got a little scared. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. I don't have anything. My hands are free. I'm not doing anything. Don't kill me, bro. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
Stand up.
On September 21st, 2023, airport officers responded to a service call regarding a fight at a restaurant. Upon further investigation, it was revealed that the suspect had vandalized multiple businesses, spat on an individual, and struck an elderly woman with a closed fist, resulting in a minor laceration.
Yeah.
This guy will explain what's going on.
I was just walking up, and you hear this loud bang, and I guess a younger woman with this elderly woman in.
I mean, it's like your own mama getting hit, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
It makes me sick.
Yeah. I would have gone after her, but I was too scared.
Give me go ahead. Take it for disorderly. All right, I'll take it for disorderly. All right, ma'am. My name is Officer Link with the airport police. You should go ahead and stand up. Stand up, please. Ma'am, stand up. Put your hands behind your back. Stand up.
Oh.
It was supposed to be a beautiful Easter morning in 2021. What happened next would never be forgotten for this family.
We weren't getting a pulse on people.
We've been tracking this case for the last 2.5 years. After dozens of open records requests and the hiring of an attorney, we finally obtained the records related to this tragic incident and go in depth on the story behind it. 911 calls detail the seriousness behind what took place.
April 4, 2021, 10:32:35.
Please confirm with the address of your emergency.
Yes, there's been a severe car accident on Highway 42.
What's the
Asked all of them, did you see what happened? Or you just heard a video? Yeah, doing their commentary and
got witnesses over here. Okay. So we'll need to start talking to them. Okay.
Officers begin questioning witnesses to hopefully figure out exactly what happened.
Please check my baby. What's the address of the emergency? My baby was shot.
Now I'm done talking. So we can sit here as long as you want. And if you keep making me sit and wait, I'm going to start talking. I'm going to start releasing.
While her demands make little sense now, she'll soon dive into chilling details that piece together a disturbing narrative with harrowing implications. In the meantime, Mia decides she's waited long enough.
Playing. I'm not playing. Because that demon was in my house. And that's why I could not sleep. And that's why I was fighting. And I've been fighting for my life. For the past few nights, I have not been able to sleep. But she's sleeping in my house like a log. Like she's a demon. Her baby in there crying. And she's in there like a log.
Did she say anything to you?
No, she just poured.
Are you burned too?
That's
one of the first burns I've seen. Her whole right arm sloughing off, her face is sloughing off.
Damn, so the dead?
I'd say she has less than a 2% chance.
Oh. Her brain vessel won?
Her what?
Wait, is she like burned black?
No, she's not burned black. That's not how it works when a human being burns.
You sure about that? Because I think so. That's a lot. God damn it!
So if she dies, then that charge will upgrade to premeditated murder.
Yes, sir. I don't think she's gonna wake up.
March 30th, 2022 was a day like any other for the employees at a Circle K gas station.
On February 27, 2024, an officer approached a woman who matched the description of a suspected shoplifter.
This is my belongings. This is all of my belongings.
keep your hand out of the bag, put it down, put the phone down, and give me an ID.
An ID? For what, sir?
Ma'am, I will place you under arrest and you should start
I didn't do
cooperating.
anything.
Okay. They told me at Target you stole a bag of stuff.
I didn't steal anything,
Okay,
sir.
don't argue with me. Just give me your ID and we'll figure this out.
I didn't steal anything, sir. I'm sorry to tell you that. I'm a regular citizen. I'm on the phone with my mom. I didn't do anything wrong.
Your ID.
I don't have an ID, sir. I do not have an ID. Mom, can you come to first?
Stopped her and detained her because apparently she was stealing at Target.
They were looking at her right now. They were looking at her through the cameras as she was placing things into her bag, and she walked out of the business with all the stuff that she had stolen.
Okay.
Okay, so I will call you back as soon as we make a decision or we figure out what's going on.
Officers respond to a drunken female suspect named Lakendra, who has threatened to kill her own mother and has vandalized her.
On March 3rd, 2024, an officer...
All right, that's enough of that. Shout out to everybody in the building. I think we made our point. I'm sorry I had to do that, but I think we made our point. I think the point has been made. The point has been made. Shout out to everybody in the building. Yeah, we could get off this. Matter of fact, let's check out and see what Tariq is doing. Yeah, we can get off this. The point has been made. This is nonsense. Like, this is nonsense. Like, people don't even understand that you legitimizing racist white talking points when you engage in that behavior. Where's Tariq? Somebody said he was live. Where is he at? Is he live? Or did he just get live? Or just finish the live? I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm about to end this. Yeah, because I'll get like, yeah, this is disgusting. I can't believe we even had to go through that tonight. I can't even believe that. Like, I'm disappointed, bro. I'm disappointed, bro. That's disgusting. That was just true to the game, disgusting. But anyway, I'm gonna end this video here. Yeah, let's end this. Let's end this. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all like the video, y'all share the video, y'all comment, y'all do all that good stuff. Y'all hitting the like button. Make sure y'all go subscribe. Let me see. Subscribe to both my channels, all my channels. Make sure y'all go donate to them if you can. PayPal, Cash App, super thanks. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. What? Somebody said he live on Twitter. But all right, let's see. You said he live on Twitter. All right, we're gonna check that out then. We're gonna check that out. Shout out to you for the $2. We're gonna check that out. We're gonna check that out. Let's see where he at. Try to get to his name. Let's share. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Let me listen anonymously. Oh, matter of fact, I'm listening unanonymously. How come I can't hear? Let me try that again. Maybe I should listen to it anonymously. What's happening to the audio? Why no audio? That's crazy. Let me see something. Let me see something.
Was pointing at.
All right. So, all right, cool. Let me see if I can go back to Tariq now. See if that's the situation. They said I'm already in the space. What the fuck? Yo, this is ridiculous. Give me a minute, y'all. I'm gonna find out what's going on. I'm gonna find out how to get this popping. I don't understand why my audio is not working, but we'll figure it out. Let's see. Yeah, let me get off this real quick. Let me go back to this. Let me start this over. Let's see. listen in. That's crazy. Oh, that's why. Tariq got me blocked. If you are blocked, you can't even listen to the space. I can't even listen to it as a blocked person. I can't even listen to it. That's crazy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Tariq got me blocked. Yeah, let me go back to that. As you can see, Tariq got me blocked. That's why I can't hear nothing. Let me see if I could try it on my phone. Yep, I can't join it because I'm blocked. Coward. Yeah, I can't listen to it. I'm blocked. That's why I can't hear no audio or nothing. Well, you know he gonna post it to YouTube eventually, and we could go over it then. But yeah, so I definitely think that gotta seal it for the night. Wait, WT, you said you could hear it? You said you could hear it? Because I can't. I can't. Yep. They say I can't listen to it because he got me blocked. Which is stupid. So I can look at somebody's tweets being blocked, but I can't listen to their stream being blocked. All right, let me see if I could sign in somewhere else and listen to it. I think I guess I gotta make a fake account. What they call them fake accounts? Finsters? I gotta make one then. But yeah, we can end this here. We can get off this now. We can definitely get off this now. Oh my goodness. But yeah, we could probably get off this now. So yeah, let me do the shout outs. Make sure y'all like the stream, family. Thank you everybody for rocking with me. Dag, it's about to be 2:30 in the morning. This was late. But shout out to Romario for the 10. Shout out to the Romario for the 2. Shout out to Milton for the 10. Shout out to Brandon for the 2. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. Shout out to the Visionary for being a member for 1 month. Much appreciated for all the support. Shout out to Carlette for the 10. Shout out to Emma for becoming a member on her own tonight. Thank you. Much appreciated. Shout out to Carlette for donating 5 memberships. Family, if Carlette donated you a membership, make sure you thank her and make sure you keep it going. Whether you raise it or drop it, keep it going. Shout out to the Visionary for $1.99. Shout out to Actual Treasure for the gifts. Much appreciated for the gifts. Shout out to That's Amazing for the 5. Shout out to the Visionary for the $1.99. Shout out to AKW Beats for the gift. Shout out to Flame for the 5. Shout out to the Visionary for the $1.99. Shout out to That's Amazing for the 5. Shout out to the Visionary for the $1.99. Shout out to That's Amazing for the 5. Shout out to That's Amazing for another 5. Shout out to Black Adam for a 5. Shout out to That's Amazing for the 2. Let's see some of these gifts. Shout out to the Visionary for sending 2 gifts. Let me see. I see 2 gifts so far. I see a 3rd gift. Shout out to That's Amazing for sending a gift also. Thank you. That's amazing. Thank you, that Visionary. I did a lot of supporting tonight. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. And thank you for all the support you've been giving. I appreciate every penny. I appreciate all the support that everybody has given. By viewing the channel, that's support. By dropping a comment, that's support. By liking the video, that's support. By sharing it, that's support. By hitting that reaction heart, that's support. I accept all support. Thank you for all the support. Much appreciated. For for the fire emojis. I just appreciate it so much. Y'all don't even know. Yeah, you sent 3 gifts, the visionary. Shout out to you for that. Shout out to you for the 3 gifts and the fire emojis. Let me see. That's amazing. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. Much appreciated. Let me see. The visionary who also gave multiple times tonight. Yeah, you became a member. You've been a member for 1 month today. Thank you. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns. Oh, shout out to the boogeyman for the $4.99. He just came through with a $4.99. Much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. I think you gave twice tonight. I think this make twice. I don't know. No, it only make once. But thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuns any day of the week. And again, I just appreciate all the support. I want everybody to know that. No support too small for me to shout you out. No support too small. Thank you. But anyway, let me see something. Yeah, I think I could end it here. Shout out to everybody for all the support that was given. Let me see. I think I saw somebody else come in the building. Let me see. Of course, Black Adam. He wants 0 smoke. He blocked even the Black Authority. That bozo blocked me. I had 2 Twitter accounts. He blocked the one I added him from, and I think he blocked this one, and I never even added him from this one. He's a dweeb. Shout out to Ayo in the building. You said I'll drop in the WhatsApp. Oh, shout out to you. You say you sent me something on the app. That's another thing, family. If you don't want to be seen, because some people don't want to be seen, you can support on the PayPal, the Cash App, or the Venmo. Whole lot of ones beat a whole lot of nuts any day of the week. And you'll let me know if you support that way, if you want to be shouted out. That's in the pinned comment section. You see something. Let me see something. Let me see. Let me see. Or whatever way is easier. Much appreciated. Let me see something. I don't see it, Ayo. If you did send something, I don't see it right now, but thank you. Oh, you say no, it didn't let you send it. Your transactions is blocked. That's fine. You know, like if you can find a way to send it later on, maybe it might be better or easier to send it through the Cash App, the Venmo, or the PayPal. But either way, even if you can't send anything, much appreciated just for tuning in and just dropping a comment. Like I said, all support is good support. Thank you, everybody. Good evening, good night, good afternoon, good wherever you at or whenever you watch this. You know, peace. Oh, you say you're gonna drop something on the Cash App? I'll be waiting. Thank you. Much appreciated. Oh, shout out to you for staying anonymous. Like I said, that's really what if you want, like the best way to support is the PayPal, the Cash App, and the Venmo. But anyway, if you donate that way, just let me know. And let me know whether you want a shout out for that, for donating that way or not. And I will do. And we'll do. But anyway, shout out to everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get off this. Good night, good morning, good evening, all that good stuff. Subscribe to all my other channels. And you know, my DMs is always open. My email is always open. Just email me if you got any suggestions. I'll see what I can do. And if I'll see it, I might see it, I might not see it. But if I do see it, I will let you know that I saw it, and I will thank, and I'll try to do it. But if you send something to a donation with that, I will see it and I will do it. But oh yeah, AO, I just seen it. Thank you, much appreciated, much appreciated. I just got the Cash App, much appreciated. Thank you, much appreciated, much appreciated. Oh, the boogeyman came through again. Thank you so much, much appreciated, much appreciated, much appreciated, bro. Much appreciated. Everybody, stay strong out there. Stay positive. The bad guys are losing. And we just going to keep it up. Yes, thank you again, bro. Thank you. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thanks to everybody. Oh, let me look over here on the YouTube side. Yeah, I'm seeing people hit the reaction heart. Like I said, all that is support. They got me shadow banned right now, but through all y'all support, I still get the message out. Thank you. Thank you. Because as long as I got this warning, content strike warning / thingy on my channel, I'm out the algorithm. But all y'all support helps keep me going and forces me back into the algorithm. So yeah, again, thanks everybody. Good night, good evening, good morning. Salute to you all. I'll be back. I would say tomorrow, but no, I'll be back in the morning or the afternoon or whenever. But yeah, I got to get off now. It's past 2:30 where I'm at. But peace.